we're running slightly late because, long story short, I can't count and told the DM the wrong number of players.
Always fun.
Yeah, I'm Garmbreak1. I'm a real adult.
I can see my name.
Yeah.
Should we introduce ourselves while we're waiting for?
Yeah, go nuts.
All right, I'm Gazzien. I'm playing in pretty much every game today, so you're gonna hear my voice a lot, and you're gonna get to see me grow progressively more tired and more loopy. For some reason, the last game I signed up for is the one that I'm running, so that's gonna be fun. We'll call that fun.
That's a thing.
To your browser and
Yeah,
showed off all your tabs.
Yeah, well, there's like 2 in one of those Paranoia
Tab
people.
collections.
Yeah.
But you don't have the stereotypical one troll tab to mess with people.
Because I didn't mean to do that. But yes, I should have looked up tentacle porn or something.
I was gonna say you should just have the 4th edition wiki open, but like whatever floats your boat.
Nobody would believe that, Gazzien. Everybody knows I can't fourth.
I know you have terrible taste in games. I would believe it.
No.
I don't know what to do with that.
How to cheat at Paranoia.
Yeah, there you go.
The answer is cheat.
I mean, actually, yeah.
Currently, everyone but Garm is really quiet on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
I believe we can fix that.
Oh god, there's a chat thing on there.
Talk for a bit.
Sugar.
Did anyone else want to do intros? I thought we were going down in order.
I'm the only person people get to know. The rest of you are my faceless peons.
Which is down in order?
On voice?
From the top of the list to the bottom of the list.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Garm. He was Garmbreak1. He was a responsible adult.
Yes, Il, that'd be you.
El, hi, I'm El. I stream and stuff.
Sick.
Momentarily, you'll probably hear my cat.
What a good cat.
What's that good
True ill experience.
Just ill things.
I guess next is you, Kel.
Hi, I'm Kel, and I vote that we kick someone out so we can start playing this game. And I'll have other such ideas throughout our game. I think it's easier to win if we just kill them before we start, right?
I mean, if it makes it easier.
You have 9 clones, so killing someone actually doesn't help in this game.
I thought we had 6.
6 total.
Yeah. It's a 6-pack.
Okay, so we kill someone 6 times. Why is this complicated, guys?
Because if we just remove them from the game, that's all 6 at once.
Oh, that's fair.
Also, in the Twitch chat on stream, my name shows as G, and that's it. The rest
G
cuts off.
dot.
Yeah.
It's not calling you G.
That's probably for the best. Yeah, but I can't fix that. It's because it's showing all the badges and shit.
And I have
those off. If you make it wider.
I could fix it by making it wider. You're probably right. Also, I can turn them off on my end, but that won't turn it off for the chat.
You just have too many badges.
Yeah, just turn the badges off.
MoCas, you're next.
MoCas.
Awesome.
Fine.
All right.
No.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Do you need more? Do you want more, I guess?
Tell us your life story, Cass.
I always want more MoCas. I don't know.
A long time ago, MoCas was born. He grew up and became Morecas. Or Morecas? You know,
Morecas.
I haven't had coffee today.
He was increasingly Cass.
I can't.
Morecas
I cast
as time went on.
And then eventually I got here, and now I am still casting.
Sounds cool to me.
I'm Pie, and I'm totally not choking on breakfast and caffeine.
Choking on what?
Breakfast
and caffeine.
Man, I had taquitos for breakfast.
Nice.
Oh shit, that's
Why would you have?
Anyway, I'm Pie. I'm totally not the one that Karu used to base our avatar off of for some reason. No, I haven't shaved half of my head yet. And no, it's not purple.
Yet.
Yet.
Important word, that little yet. Like, I don't know if you like speedrunning, but
Thank you.
Highly recommend.
Thank you for the 8 bits, Dorf, to summon 8-bit.
That is beautiful.
Oh, I like how the image of the bit doesn't actually show up on the alert. What the fuck?
It did.
It's the broken image for all the ones in the chat.
Oh, it doesn't in the chat, though.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't have
Every
to
Oh, wait,
time I hear something about
I just
8-bit got summoned.
Oh, I just got pinged by him. Dap, it worked.
Dap summoned 8-bit.
Dap did it!
Dap, why'd you wait so long?
That was fucking beautiful. Congratulations,
Never
Dap.
felt proud.
Hi, 8-bit!
There he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
lost someone.
I accidentally clicked the chat instead of doing the thing. 8-bit, you're now on the internet. What's up, man?
He was lying.
Hey,
There we go.
Hey.
I hear you. Man.
Good.
Sorry for
Voice.
dragging you out like mid-sentence.
You were only lying a little bit.
Was I?
The people in the channel I was just in were very confused about what the hell I was doing there. And I was like, Garm was gonna drag me, but I think he was lying. But then
No,
you
I
weren't
did drag
lying.
you, and then you went back to general somehow. Also, literally just before you pinged me, Dap donated 8 bits to summon 8-bit, and then you pinged me.
That's how that works. And in the future, if you want me, you will have to donate in increasingly large, like multiples of 8.
Next time is 80 bits, and
I
then
thought-
800.
No, I think next time it's 16.
Yeah, and then it
Wow,
it
that's
does.
much slower.
Yes.
About how much of a liar 8-bit is, because his icon on most online things is actually a 16-bit ninja.
Wow.
It's true.
That's fucked up.
Choices were made, and I refused to change them back. So
Do
no one
you
gets
do you have a
that.
Roll20 link for us, my friend?
Man, I don't know how Roll20 works.
Okay.
So no.
Okay, cool. I've got the Paranoia like cover for I think one of the old editions up, and it's super grainy,
Sick.
which is totally fine.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
Paranoia, a start to Paranoia is of all of us sitting in here wondering if we're ever going to start. Like, that might be the perfect start to Paranoia.
Waiting for instructions, yeah.
Yeah, extensive apologies, friends and best friends.
Oh no, dude, I fucked up the number of people. By which I mean I thought MoCas. I don't know. I can't count.
That's fair. I mean, me neither, man. But now I still think this is going to be a screaming shit show.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
That's fair.
But it might be a fun one, and I do have like handout materials. So
Hell yeah.
Garm,
Yes.
Still talk.
did you ask 8-bit about the
Yes.
Hmm?
8-bit. Is it cool
Yeah.
with you if people can donate $5 to give a streamer rerolls, like 1 reroll per roll?
I have
Or if you have
better
crazy
opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this game has its own roll fucking mechanic. Everybody starts with 25 points, and you can spend them to increase your roll or decrease other people's rolls. And normally you can get them by like basically GM fiat, just like that was hilarious. Have some points. But if you want to tie it to donations, I don't know. Given that 25 is the baseline, pick a multiple you think people will be willing to spend $5 for, and I mean, if it was 5 points, that adjusts the roll by 5 points, which is probably better than a reroll, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say
fair.
$5, 5 points, get 1 point to roll, 1 point $1.
Yeah, and because it's Paranoia, you can also use it to screw over your friends. Because
You get to make it other rolls.
Yes, you can subtract 5 from somebody else's roll if you want to just make them fail at whatever stupid thing they thought they were going to be good at doing.
Okay, so
note passing.
What $1 is 1 point? Is that the idea?
Yeah, they
All right.
are, for the record, called perversity points. I don't know why.
Why not? I guess.
It's not my place to argue.
New secret notes.
So if I recall correctly, Pi has an extra 5 and Gaz has an extra 5 so far, just from donations.
Sweet.
Oh, who donated for me? I'm flattered.
Yep, Zio.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Theo.
And yes, I will start recording that.
I mean,
once people have
oh.
picked characters.
Hell yeah.
I should warn you, the information you get will be the service group they work for and what their role in the team is, and that is it.
And you have to name them.
Yes, you have to name them. Pick a personality tick or two, the playing up of which gets you more points. Yeah. So,
how are we passing you secret notes?
That's a good question. Do we have a? I guess. I mean, since we're in Discord.
Yeah, you can private message.
You can always PM you in Discord, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Let's get that set up now. And is it possible to pull, have multiple windows open? Because it'd be really nice if I could see multiple PMs at once. Is it possible to drag people's shit off of Discord, anything like that?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
That's unfortunate.
You can actually because there is a web client. If you're using the desktop client, you can drag private message windows into tabs on Chrome or something, and it'll open it there.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if that helps you at all, but that's a thing.
Maybe a bit.
Depends on how much screen real estate you have for Chrome, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it'll beat me if I get messaged.
Yeah.
And
would you prefer PMs, or do you want me to make a channel for every person?
PMs will be fine. Yeah, PMs will be fine. We'll make it work. And yeah, I'm sure the "you have just been PM'd" noise won't get infuriating even at all.
Depends. How many PMs are we going to send you?
Oh, shit.
Some. I'm hoping not too many, but part of the problem with this game, I don't think a real problem, but many of the published adventures assume that you will take people privately away from the table and have a quick conversation, which obviously doesn't work out of meat space. So if portions of the stream are just dead air while me and another person type back and forth to one another over scheming plots, I super apologize.
Oh, it's okay. We do that shit all the time.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Let's go for it.
Yeah, I usually just end up shilling during whatever that time. So you can just I can shift you down to private if need be. If you need to actually talk with somebody.
Oh yeah, I guess we could actually use human word speech. I was just gonna type frantically in every direction.
I mean, that also works. It's up to you. Just be like, hey, Garm, shill for a bit, and shove me and somebody else somewheres.
Yeah, sure. Okay, and yes, we will. Oh boy, we'll see. Oh boy, we'll see how it goes.
Apparently, I'm obligated to name my character Florid R. Man, according to iIIustrious.
That sounds like an ill joke. Yes.
For those of us who haven't played Paranoia before, and the benefit of the viewers, do you want to yell it about what Paranoia is before we get started?
Yes, absolutely.
Let me do a bit of that.
Yeah, let me give a pitch. Are we actually live streaming?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Great.
Just been talking
about.
We've been live stream for an hour now.
Yeah.
I still super apologize. I continue to apologize until morale improves.
Garm's fault.
I mean, maybe 20% Garb's fault. The rest is.
You can blame Senor Break1.
Yes,
cool.
Entirely incapable of doing anything that's not last minute. Anyway, yes. Okay, so Paranoia. Paranoia is a comedic role-playing game where you kill your friends a lot. Paranoia was originally made as a sort of reaction to the fact that all RPGs published up to that point were sort of team-based, except maybe a thief would steal from you in D&D. So Paranoia is the opposite of that. You have a lot of secret information about your character that you don't want your friends / enemies / teammates to know about, because if they do, they could use it to blackmail you or, arrest you for treason and then have you executed, which isn't as bad as it sounds, actually.
Oh, good. So it's 1984.
Yes, or Brave New World, but funny sometimes.
But as a joke.
The setup is something bad happened, nobody knows what, and all of humanity went extinct, except a bunch of people living in a gargantuan bunker complex city under the ground, maybe, called Alpha Complex. Alpha Complex is an entirely sealed environment. It's as big as it needs to be, massively, ludicrously huge, endless sublevels. It is run by an insane artificial intelligence called the computer. Don't say it's insane out loud or you will be executed. The computer is your best friend. The computer has the most benevolent personality and only the interest of humanity at heart. It is also absolutely convinced that it is surrounded by traitors and mutants that want to tear it down and destroy it. It sees enemies in every shadow. It is paranoid to an almost superhuman degree. To that end, it creates teams of troubleshooters to protect it from its myriad foes. You are one of those teams of troubleshooters. You are also, incidentally, all traitors and mutants. You don't have evidence that everyone else on your team is a traitor and a mutant, but you all are.
So what kind of traitor and mutant we are is randomly generated and told to us?
Yes, your character will have a randomly generated secret society that is treasonous to admit you belong to. This secret society will almost always give you a secret objective. This mission objective is good for raising in the ranks of your secret society and also good for getting you executed if you get caught. Incidentally, the reason why execution isn't as bad as it sounds is that reproduction, procreation, all that gooey, icky human shit was long ago removed by the computer. Now everybody is cloned, decanted in blocks of 6. Using science that we're not going to get too much into, all your brain memories are transmitted to a new clone when you die. It is popped out of a tube somewhere in the basement and shuttle bust to the mission location, which effectively means that you have 6 lives. You are not allowed to hold a clone responsible for anything its previous clone did. That includes mutations, because, come on, what are the odds that 2 clones in a row have the same genetic defect? Like, that's pretty severe. That's saying a lot about the people who are running this industry, and of course, suggesting that 2 clones in a row might be tainted by treason or mutants is suggesting that the computer can make mistakes. And let's be very clear, the computer cannot ever make mistakes under any circumstances. There has to be some other explanation. So yeah, the game is you will be a troubleshooter team, and you will get a mission, you will get some secret objectives, you will go on the mission, and then you will try to, ostensibly succeed the mission, but mostly get to the end still being alive and ideally with dirt on your friends to prove that it was all their fault that it went wrong. The mechanics are the simplest. You are rolling a d20. You are trying to roll low. You will have a skill number, roll under it. If you roll over it, you do not succeed, and maybe bad things happen. That's...
Maybe.
Only maybe. Sometimes just nothing will happen, but that's uncommon. As I mentioned before, you have a pool of perversity points that you can spend to either increase your skill, increase the threshold by which you succeed, or lower someone else's threshold for success. You can get into bidding wars. There are caps, kind of dependent. So much of this game is arbitrary GM fiat. Explicitly and without apology, but this explicitly is kind of what I say, or 10 if I haven't brought it up. Yeah, no more than 10 points on a roll in either direction if
If you're rolling against someone, can you give yourself 10 and hit them for 10, or is that like... If generally, you really want to win.
Yeah. Yes. If you have 20 points to spend on totally wrecking somebody's life, you certainly can. And I hope you don't have to do anything after that ever again. So, yeah, I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but...
Sounds pretty much like what you need to know for Paranoia.
Yeah,
You could talk about the names, because we've been meaning about it in the Twitch chat.
Right. So yes, so because you are all clones, right, okay, so 2 other important things. The computer's entire society, the whole society of Alcohoplex, is striated by color. So there are the unwashed infrared masses, who wear black and are super drugged out of their minds and do all the menial labor like stirring food vats or whatever. And then you progress up the color spectrum in rank. So you are all red clearance troubleshooters, newly promoted from infrared and given the permission to not be quite so high all the time and also carry a gun. Congratulations. Your goal in life is to work your way up the color spectrum. And anybody above your color clearance has more or less total control over your life, barring intervention by the computer or someone of even higher clearance than them. Everything in Alpha Complex has a clearance rating. So, for example, the instructions to the laser cannon you were just given are probably not red clearance, even if the gun temporarily is, so that you can use it. That sort of thing. And at the top of the clearance spectrum are the high programmers, who are the ones allowed to wear white, and they are the only people allowed to make changes to the computer. Not that they do that, of course. That would be really messed up if a bunch of random programmers were having fights over how the AI that runs the complex thinks. That would make it insane. So yeah, you have a name. It is generally a normal person name, like John or whatever, and then a hyphen, and then the first letter of your clearance. And then, yes, your 3-letter sector designation. This adventure takes place in the MEM sector, M-E-M, but you can be from any combination of letters, and it won't really matter. And then the last one is the number indicating which clone you're on. So you should be all R.
Is it 1 indexed or 0 indexed?
1 indexed. You are you are clone 1.
My mutation was that there was a 7th clone. I am 0 indexed.
Ooh. Or maybe you're an experimental, you could be 0 indexed.
Who doesn't 0 index? What the fuck is this?
Hey, the computer's perfect.
The computer doesn't 0 index? That's ridiculous.
You're gonna get assassinated.
There
before the
are
game fucking
programming
begins.
languages.
Yeah.
From 1, and I hate all of them. They're unacceptable.
Right, and success generally is better the higher margin of success you have. So, 3 points under, that's better than being 2 points under or dead on, that sort of thing. And that's the rules. More or less all of the rules.
Cool.
It's treason.
So, I have 6 characters. I believe there are 6 people in this place.
Actually, there's 7 of us. Can you make someone else?
Ah! Yeah. What channel am I in?
On air.
All right. So,
that's what's confusing.
I have 6 characters available for people to pick and play.
Somewhere do we have to pick somehow?
So the 6 characters, and we'll have to fight over what exactly, I guess if people want different ones, we'll get into it. But the 6 characters available are the team leader, who is a member of the Research and Development Division, the loyalty officer, who is a member of Internal Security, the equipment clone, who is a member of the Armed Forces, the happiness officer, who belongs to the CPU, the communications and recording officer, who belongs to tech services, and the hygiene officer, who works for power services. All of what those are explained in little super quickly written out handouts that come with the character sheet that you will be sent however we do that.
You can send files on Discord, will work fine.
Yep.
Sick. Through private messages, maybe?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Just team leader, unless anyone else really wants it.
Can I just be the equipment clone? Because that sounds fun.
Sure. So, I guess, you know what? This will be the obvious solution. Talk until we get, but ping me your selection, and I will just drag and drop the documents you need in the private message, if that works.
It should, yes. I have stolen the role of equipment clone out from under the rest of your noses.
I'm gonna be the hygiene officer. Fuck all of you.
Nobody can carry equipment but me.
Motherfuckers better clean your teeth. Not too much though. You don't want your teeth to be white. You are not allowed to have ultraviolet teeth.
Hot doc axe. I don't know if I can open this.
You can if you open it through like a Google app, Google Doc. Pretty sure you can docx in Google Docs.
Janky here.
I'll take whatever. You want to pick me one that you think is fun?
Sure.
Peter can't make wrong choices on what is fun.
Everything is fun, and we're all happy. Just so
That's
we're
true.
clear.
Happy.
So
That sounds suspiciously like something a happiness officer would say.
and team lead have been chosen.
The fuck is an XLSX?
It's a new version of Excel.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have remaining. Oh, I'm afraid MoCas got scooped. So we have tech services and loyalty remaining.
How did MoCas get scooped?
I clicked on Pi's message before I clicked on his.
Scooped.
Get wrecked, son.
Then
Get
she
it.
know. Then we know what I know what she is. Then
You're allowed to know what everybody is. You will know everyone's roles. And that leaves you.
That leaves me
as the internal security loyalty officer. Fun times.
What?
So take a moment to, I guess, figure out how to open my horrible documents, if that's going to be a problem. And then I will...
I don't even know what program is opening this.
I swear I'm just using, like, Word. I swear it's normal.
Oh, I got mine with, what's it called? The Open Office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Open Office opened both of mine.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
I mean, I don't have Word or Excel installed on this computer, because...
Okay.
This character.
I love this already.
My favorite
Love
part.
this character.
My favorite part is the warning viewers will be terminated thing at the top. Thank you.
Hey, Pit, I'm going to send you a screenshot because it looks like a box is overlapping another box. I just want to know if there's meant to be something in there.
Fair enough. You could also... Yes.
I'm just messaging you a screenshot.
Okay.
My equipment page has a treasonous section.
Yep.
Yes.
Not setting an avatar picture is insubordination.
Let's see. That all looks okay to me, Kel.
Okay, so that red box, the black border, only has... Okay.
Yeah, only has like 4 things in it. Yes.
Okay.
Although a description of what all that crap is on the other document.
Okay.
Oh, there's a public section and a secret section.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
a secret
so-
tab.
Yeah, yes. All the character sheets have both a public and secret tab. The secret tab is where you keep all your secrets.
Really?
Yes.
oh,
So, who had 5 extra perversity points?
Gazzien and Pi.
Okay.
Shout out to Zio for that donation to the EFF.
So I will keep track of these points. I would be muchly booned if you would also do so, because it's it's a lot of stuff to keep track of. Okay, so so let me give you a quick rundown of your mission, because some of your secret society missions already reference it. And while I do that, you can think about names. So,
You're breathing into your mic, my dude.
I apologize.
Thank you.
A lot, I think.
Yeah, I will move it slightly and see if it helps.
Yeah, that sounds way better.
Let me know if it helps.
Is
Okay,
there somewhere on your sheet to put perversity points?
that is a good question.
I don't see one.
I mean, they should be an Excel document, so you could just like put it in literally
Sounds good.
any
And we have
cell.
25 by base?
25, yes, unless money has come in to make your life easier. All right. So it is another beautiful day cycle in Alpha Complex. You awaken to the high-pitched buzzing of fluorescent lights. But before you can get through much of your morning routine. Every monitor in your area begins flashing bright red mission alert. All the cameras in the area turn to stare at you, and the following text scrolls across the screen. Robot Imana-665-C is reported to be malfunctioning. The following troubleshooters report directly to George B. Mem 4, acting under Secretary to the Temporary Assistant Director of Research and Design, Sector Mem, for assignment. Thank you for your cooperation. And you are those following troubleshooters. So, does anybody have names?
I do. Thanks
I
to
do.
Dap.
Hook me up with team lead R&D name.
For our Mal1.
So, sorry, what was the first bit of that?
Security or clearance red, Mal
Yeah.
sector 1.
What's
You're
the
cutting
name,
out at the start of your.
You need your name part, the first section.
I think you're cutting out. As the first bit of every time you try to say it cuts out. So maybe do some.
That's fine.
Yeah, that seems good.
Okay, it's NOR, then Mal1.
Normal 1. I love it. True classic Paranoia. Did I hear Garm had a name? Yes.
Florid R-Man 1. All my friends call me Flo.
Florida man.
Flow.
All right. The Power Services Hygiene Officer, Florid R-Man 1. Anybody else?
Yeah, I got mine.
Mm-hmm.
Internal Security Loyalty Officer is named Sam R. Sam 1.
Yes.
Love it.
I love it.
The return of Sam Samuelson.
Yep.
That's amazing.
So we've got Gaz, Pi, and MoCas.
I'm really bad at names. I need 1 more or 2 more minutes.
That
Same
is
here.
I got one.
no problem. Yes, Pi.
I'll be Sky R Wow 1.
I love it. Sky or wow.
Scour.
Okay. I've got one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the equipment clone, Murd R USS 1.
All right. Yes. Oh, a good old Murd. Truly a friend to the animals and heroes if you knew what an animal was.
Also,
Alright.
we did hit 12 viewers in there. I got a screenshot for you. It's in link share.
You.
So I will be Nam R. Silly.
Yeah. Nam.
Or so SS or SLY.
Yes.
Namar Sly.
Namar Sly. I love it.
That sounds like
Also,
a really bad alien life form from like early Star Trek.
I love it.
Oh yes, the vicious Namar Sly. I better hit it with a double fist hammer punch.
That'll work. You'd be amazed how often that works. Good. All right. So everybody has, I imagine, names now. And are you all feeling comfortable-ish with your basic setup?
Sure.
All right. Cool.
We also have to. You have to talk about ticks. Some, I think.
Yes, I do. So yeah, everybody. Ideally, if you want to be optimal, you will pick a couple of what they call ticks. It's just sort of distinctive, often silly or / dangerous personality traits or physical ticks that you do. I have a giant table of random ones. If you can't decide, some of your character sheets may have a lingering one because I forgot to didn't notice that this character sheet was partially filled in before I started filling it in, so I deleted them on some of them, but maybe not all.
Hit me up with random, dog.
Yeah, same here.
Will do.
Look, I played Kageyame High yesterday, and that was the best fun I've ever had, and it was entirely random. So I feel like I'm morally obligated to go with a random tick.
Everything was random. It was a mess.
It was so good.
awesome. It was so good.
The Yakuza schoolgirl love maximum dynamite is always ready.
From the Murder Backgammon Club, yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just need some murder with your backgammon.
Yeah.
So are you going random or did you pick yours?
Oops.
Hoops.
I'm gonna go random.
How do I only have 4 character sheets? By that many 5 character sheets.
There are 6 of us.
Yes.
There are 6 of us.
That is true math that everybody knows to be true. All right, there it is. So let's head on over to what is that called?
I like how our viewer numbers went down once we started actually playing a game.
That's I'm not gonna think about it too much because yeah, I'm just not gonna think about it too much.
What are our ticks?
Yes, criminal histories. All right.
Do I need to have a tick? If I just don't want.
You need 1 and ideally 2 if you can manage.
I'll take a random one.
Hit me up with 2 random ones.
You need like 1 to 3
Can
ticks.
you give me 3 random ones?
Sure, I will do these suckers in order once I find.
Believe in yourself. I appreciate that bootlicking is a skill.
It's
Yeah,
valuable.
yeah, so is chutzpah.
I have.
I think it's pronounced chutzpah.
I feel that's very similar to what he said.
But we got Moxie again. Yeah.
I am apparently good at bootlicking, which, like, sure, let's go for it.
Where is bootlicking?
Management. It's right next to Schutzpah.
All right. Did I hear that everybody has everyone's going random?
Yeah.
No, I am.
I went for the 3 times random combo.
Gil's not, apparently.
My mic is still not working.
Yeah, you cut out right at the beginning.
You cut out
of all
pretty
of your
badly.
phrases.
I don't know why. What can I do?
Tweak your
Discord telling me
voice.
what to do.
Tweak your voice shit.
Yeah, if you have push to talk on, you may need to fix the release delay.
Not have push to talk on.
You might want to try going push to talk then if it's having issues picking up when you start talking.
Just drop what this input sensitivity is. That might help.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that helping?
Yeah, I think you're good.
Well, we can tell what you asked.
Say a word starting, or say a phrase starting with the letter I.
iIIustrious.
That was singularly unhelpful.
Say I am here.
I am here.
Cool.
Okay, you're coming.
Okay, you're working now.
I mean, that's just because your mic's never shutting off, but
yeah.
that's fine. We can't hear any other noise coming through.
Background noise?
So no, nothing.
Okay, then I'll just leave it on.
Yeah.
No, I picked mine already. 8-bit. I'm not gonna go random.
Oh, okay.
Cowardice.
I think it's fun to pick your own. Also, I've seen almost all the random ones on this table.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've never seen the random table, so it sounds fun.
Maybe 8-bit will give you shit that's not even on the table. It's paranoia. Who knows?
Man, that'd be fun.
8-bit's calling me out here. I like this.
Are they not public?
I mean, not like necessarily. Presumably, they'll start doing them, and then you'll know.
It's a bunch of zeros all across my sheet from why I keep muting myself. Whoops. That's what I get for using a key that actually does things.
So I just have a question about the secret skills section.
Do some of them seem arbitrarily useless? Yes.
No.
Sorry.
What do the column titles Like, why is there an uncommon? Why is there an unlikely? Why is there an
It's just like basically the farther down that the like more to the right you are, the more illegal it is to know and use.
Gotcha.
More or less.
Setting an avatar picture is insubordination. I hadn't noticed where that came from earlier.
Oh, you thought I just mentioned it?
I thought you were talking about Discord. I'm like,
Discord.
I'm not putting...
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Just thought you were like really into the game. I was happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Nightbot doesn't listen to... There we go. Perfect! I couldn't ask for something more acceptable.
All you need to know is you can talk to robots.
And it's from me asking the robot for a quote.
That's a lot of Gazzien quotes.
Gazzien has good words.
Rip bonus goes.
2
zoom.
But too close after the last one. It goes fucky.
I got my own quote.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's Legend of Hyrule.
Oh, yes.
Oh my, yes.
Let's see.
Also, I forgot to ever start actually like recording this, so I'm gonna have fun fucking with Twitch later. Get it to work. Yeah. Not that bad nowadays, but...
So it turns out that there is not a random table. There is just a huge selection of random, like a gigantic back section. So I'm just randomly picking ones, which is why it's going a little bit slow.
I still kind of feel like we should go through what they all are, just because I think it'll be hilarious for the viewers to hear what they all are.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm
alright.
not gonna go with this one because I feel like it's
No,
an
I mean the ones that
invitation for treason murder,
our
but
characters have.
compulsively lies about entirely unimportant, harmless things makes me laugh. I am using the other two that I was given.
Not the classic ones.
Let's see. Kel was asking for at least one, right?
Correct.
Let's see.
Don't snicker before you give me one. That's not fair.
Yeah, that's...
Cannot help it.
I mean, it's just a snicker all the time.
All right.
Dap, you can post links in chat. I don't actually know if Dap can post links in chat.
I was gonna wonder.
That's a good
So
question.
that's Kelgand.
This is amazing.
So... Garm, I believe you wanted one or two?
2, yeah.
Boop, boop.
Oh, hell yeah. Did you want me to read that aloud?
I leave it to your discretion. It's not really secret information, and yes, if it would make it funnier for the audience, we can run down everybody's quirks once we.
Well, I mean, we may as well do it while you're picking the next one, right?
Sure.
Program. What's your quirks?
I have 2. Jealously competitive. He's better at everything. If he can't be better at something, he would have been better if circumstances were different. Or anyway, he's better at something else. And amazed at the size of his own muscles and likes to share that amazement.
Yeah, I got has a pad of sticky notes and labels everything around him compulsively.
Beautiful.
I have convinced odd numbers are bad luck, does everything twice, and switches from polite and friendly to scary and violent in seconds, which is what you want from your equipment clone, right?
Oh god.
I went with incredibly by the book. Note does not own or has never seen a copy of the book.
That's amazing.
And would like to be overly aggressive, but is very bad at it.
Oh my god. I am very excited.
All right. I does insulting impressions of teammates constantly.
Oh, you're gonna have some fucking fun with that.
So are you, clearly. And I have 2, and the other is gets distracted by strange hums that nobody else can hear.
Did you
The
say
universe-
Huns?
Hums.
Oh,
That's
I
way
was
less good.
The universe is rickrolling me constantly.
Does anyone else hear that?
MoCas, do you have yours yet?
So I've got destined for greatness, knows he's going to be an ultraviolet one day. It's a matter of time with the arrogance to match. And refers to himself in the third person by name. So Nom! Nom here.
Am I missing anyone?
Nom be ultraviolet soon.
Nom greatest. Nom be ultraviolet soon.
Beautiful.
I think that's everyone, right?
I believe that's everyone. I'm going to throw them down on my character notes section because, you know, it would be nice to remember that I'm giving out points for that. Not necessarily every time, but on the regular. Yeah, no, this is gonna be good. I'm excited.
Shout out to Dad.
I'd like to shout out to chat, except for Bonus Ghost, who can't spell.
All right, is it time to?
It is,
Triple
yes.
Press.
It's
Time to go hunt down a robot, right?
I believe yes. I'm just copy pasting quirks here, but I'm sure I will remember what you guys do if and when it ever comes up and you start doing them. Also, don't feel bad if you forget these or like it doesn't actually make as much of a difference as you thought it would, because that happens. I've played this game.
What do you mean, if?
Yeah, sometimes you got like hilarious things in your character sheet, and then other hilarious crap happens that's even funnier than whatever you were gonna do before. So, as it all works out. Yes. So, yes, you have been summoned to a briefing room. To help fix a bot.
Question is the briefing room red clearance?
Right. So clearance is determined by the color of the hallway. Like the color of the walls are painted will determine whether or not you are cleared to do a thing or like be in a place. Yeah, it's straight up treason to like walk down a blue painted hallway. So
occasionally get a blue hallway with a red line down the middle that you're allowed to stay on the line.
I was really tempted to make my tick colorblind.
Oh god.
Oh, that's apocalyptic.
I was so tempted.
I think it's in there with like a note of just like this is also basically just like a way to commit suicide in a really elaborate fashion.
This is death.
Yes. So, because Alpha Complex is an efficient and forward-moving place, you all find transbots, which are basically just a car with a bot brain inside it, that can zip you through the hallways, highways, byways, and small, cramped corridors with people crunching against the sides to get out of your way, to take you to the office of George B. Mem 4 for briefing.
If I
So-
click the channel, put that in, am I going to leave the voice?
It's
No, it won't.
no, I don't think so.
Sorry, please go on.
I accidentally put it over the chat because I'm a fucking dingus.
No, you're not. Come on.
Because I make
So,
slight mistakes. Sorry.
the colossal entry doors to Mem sector are scorched and dented, and this is a recurring theme as you get deeper into the sector. As you pass by
Shit happened.
hallways, yes, there is lots of scorch marks, distant alarm sounds, the occasional like giant fire burning at the end of a hallway being hosed down by sort of an infrared clone standing a bit too close to it. Yes, about half of the computer's ubiquitous monitors are cracked, broken, or missing, which is kind of alarming and a little uncomfortable, but its soothing, gigantic digital, like pixelated eyeball is found on most of them, which is it's good. It's nice to, see a huge eyeball watching you constantly. It makes you feel a lot
It's
better.
comforting.
Yeah.
Feels like growing up.
So So yes, you all arrive at roughly the same time and have a chance to eye one another up.
Thanks
Did you-
for the pun.
Kind of.
Hey.
Did any of you pick genders? Not that it matters at all, because none of you have sex drive because of the drugs.
Do we even have
Oh.
genitals?
Sometimes
Is that
Some
a
clones
mutation,
don't.
and should we be worried?
you do, but
What is
they're
this
non-functional due to the
appendage?
drugs. Yes, you don't know what they're for.
They're vestigial.
Yes, nothing useful.
Can I put my gender as Ken doll then?
Other is an option on the character sheet.
Okay. Well, it's a fill in, so I can put whatever.
You
It's
can put
true.
whatever you want.
I'm gender M, whatever that means.
Good. Yes.
It's what it says on my card.
Also gender M, because otherwise I will forget.
All right. When you arrive at the office door of George B. Mem 4, you notice that unlike the other doors in the sector, which are marred by blast and scorch marks, his door has been scrubbed clean. Painted on the door are a number of names and titles which have been crossed out. A red clearance painter from Housing Preservation and Development and Mind Control is stooped over working on a new title, acting under Secretary to the Temporary Assistant Direct. The letters are written in bold blue paint. The HPD and MC worker opens the door for you, then scurries aside. The room is empty except for a large desk in the middle of the floor against the back wall. On the desk is a computer console, and behind the desk, barely visible over a clutter of forms, reports, and manuals, is George B. Mem 4. He is quite short. Took you long enough!
I'd like to push my way into the room first.
All right. He squints at you. You team lead?
That would be me.
So I'd be better at it. Just saying.
L1, ready for duty.
Good! Fix the bot! He will
Absolutely.
wave a fistful of documents at you.
Now one. We'll
Walk up and
He will snatch them aside as you reach for them. But you're not cleared for that. This bot should have been fixed 2 weeks ago. I can't believe it took you this long to get down here. The computer expects this done yesterday, and I've got ultraviolets breathing down my neck. So you better get over there and fix it right now.
absolutely. Where is it?
He looks momentarily phased, then snaps a finger, and a heavily armed and armored guard in green plate, like heavily plated armor, will poke his head through the door. Take these people to the testing lab. Get them set up. I expect results soon.
Yeah, we'll do great at that. I will muscle my way out of any problem that we face, and then I will flex.
I'll look
He
around
narrows
at
his
them.
eyes. Yeah, strong. You're pretty strong, huh?
The strongest.
Good.
I'll arm
Say I'm
wrestle you.
short.
No.
he yes, pushes up to you and makes eye contact. You have to look down. Physical prowess isn't everything, you know. Brains got me where I am today. How about you?
Nothing but muscle. Muscle and being the best.
You better be. He glances over at you ill team leader, Nor. Um,
Nor.
uh, with confidence like this on your team, I expect results even faster. Now get out of here! You will point a quivering
Sir,
hand towards
do we
the
have
door.
our equipment for the equipment officer?
It's already been delivered to the testing area.
We'll get right to
Thank-
work.
All right. The green armored gentleman looks sort of impatient and gestures with his head towards the door. All right, let's go.
I really enjoy your Spacely voice, by the way. It's real good.
Thanks.
Sky's going to follow right behind Garm. What was your name?
Florid. Flow to my friends.
Lord.
Okay, Sky's going to follow behind Flord, almost waddling with arms flexed out at the sides, and then going back to walking normally every time you turn around.
Delightful.
As we follow the guard, I assume he's going to delete us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, as we follow, I'm going to just write guard on a post note and put it on his back.
All right. Do you want to do that subtly? Do you want to not be noticed doing that, or are you okay with it?
I don't want to like punch him while doing it. I'm just going to put it on.
Sure.
See anything wrong with it though, so why not, right? Like just do
Yeah.
it.
Do you have any more of those?
What color pen?
I write post-it on one and give you the post-it.
I
Oh my
assume,
god,
Red-
they have to be red post-its.
yeah, it's red
You can't
post-its
use
and
yellows.
no,
They are indeed.
red post-its and probably black ink because ultraviolet or all infrared.
Correct.
So you're good.
Um,
You don't have to do red on red.
Let my whole team go first and take up the back because I'm going to be leading from the rear.
that's smart. Even though you're not really trying to not be noticed, give me a sleight of hand roll to see if you're gentle enough in your placement that
That's
he.
probably no. I probably should have pulled this earlier. I don't have my dice, so let me.
Is there a? Do we have an online dice roller available?
The Roll20 will. Oh wait, we're not in.
Do you
I'll
want me to
use
send
the
an
Wizards
invite
of the
to
Coast
the
one.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
you
Wizards
could,
of the Coast one is good.
I rolled
could also
a 10.
a 10. And what is your? It'll be under stealth, sleight of hand on your character sheet.
That is a 5.
All right.
Wait, what did you use to roll?
D20.
I can send you the link.
Are you like rolling actual dice or a roller?
I used a roller online.
Now I do
Custom
have a a Roll20 thing open. I don't know how to invite people to it though.
Pi got us.
Okay.
That's-
Yeah. At some point here, I will have to share a picture. I guess I could drag and drop it to everybody.
Or you could put it in the handy dandy Paranoia channel we have in the main server.
Oh, Paranoia channel, the main server.
Yeah,
That's
it's
where the
under-
murd art is.
Where the murd art is. It's under Cyberpunk 24 hour.
Should I roll
just
here
over
now that
halfway.
I'm here?
/roll 1d20.
Oh, there's a launch team button.
Yeah, launch key.
Cyberpunk 24 hour. Ah, yes.
Not show the tutorial again.
All right. So you are tromped through the burning remains of this sector. There's lots of the occasional like outline of a person in ash or whatever. You notice that your large guard escort is carrying a like unfolding green sort of plastisteel shield. And as you cross in front of several hallways with blaring red lights over them, he will like flick it to unfold it, point it down the hallway, and kind of like shuffle to keep it between himself and the hallway. You don't really feel anything. Maybe a faint tingle. It's probably fine.
We'll be fine.
So,
I'm gonna try and get a look down one of those as we go by.
I'm gonna start taking pictures of random or of the sticky note on the back of the guard.
right? Yes, he seems to have noticed, but possibly because his armor is too bulky, hasn't reached around to take it off yet.
Can't reach it.
I'm going to politely pull off the post-it note and like hold it really close to my eyes as I like mouth the word on it.
Good.
Guard.
You will totally remember that for future. All right. So, finally you reach a gigantic armor-plated door. Above it reads in somewhat scorched lettering is Testing Room 8. In front of it are two large crates, one labeled Special Armor Supplement and one long unlabeled black box. There are 4 crates of special armor and one long black box.
Ask the guard, is that our equipment for the mission?
He'll glance at it. I guess.
Sure. Tell us what we've got.
So he, you will. Who's gonna go look at the boxes?
I will look
I'm
at the
going
big
to the
black
long
box.
black box.
Yeah,
I didn't
want,
know it
I
was
need to
someone's
know what's in
birthday.
the biggest, blackest box.
I want to get to the biggest, blackest box first.
All right. That's gonna be a contested roll. Give me an agility roll to scrabble towards the long box first.
I rolled a 6, and agility is 4, so that's a 10.
No, that's not how that works.
That's a
No,
failure.
you wanna
2.
get
That's a
under the
failure by
4.
2. Yes, okay.
Yeah. And
I rolled a 7 and my agility is 8. I am
Nice!
good at violence.
Yes. Garm, you are shoved unceremoniously out of the way.
Oh.
Yes, while Murd scrabbles for the box and gets there first. It is, yes, long, like probably almost like 4 or 5 feet long, shiny black with a keypad on the front. And yeah, kind of hinges on the back, but nothing else. You can't even see where it like separates.
I'm gonna look at our guardy friend and kind of just go, you know the code?
He'll shrug again, and I think yes, pass a piece of paper to Nor. Sign for receipt of gear.
I'll take his note and sign for receipt of gear. Oh, is there a list of the gear that's supposed to be on it?
Yes, it is. It is listed as it lists 4 crates of XM9-357 portable nuke blast shields and nothing else.
Yes. Well, the computer decided to give us some extra, and far be it from me to judge that, and I'll sign off.
Great.
Praise to
so-
the computer.
yes.
How generous. How lovely.
So, he will, take the paper back and stuff it in a pocket. And yes, popping open the armor crates, each of them contains, it's a big-ass, opaque, plastic 1 meter by 1.5 meters shield with like Velcro straps on the back. In each is enclosed a 1-page instruction sheet entitled Using the XM9-357 Nuke Blast Shield.
Pick up a shield and start reading the instruction page to my team.
What color are the shields?
Kind of a pale gray.
Okay, I'm gonna pick one of those up. That sounds safe.
Yeah, that sounds safe.
Yep.
So-
I need one of those.
Grab one of those.
All right.
I'm the equipment clone. I'm taking one.
Uh,
This is my violence enthusiast.
I could probably carry 2.
The portable nuke blast shield is designed to provide superior protection over the horizon nuclear explosion. Given that the XM357 weighs only 2 kilograms, provides remarkable protection. However, should the user experience minor skin irritation following the nuclear blast due to improper use of the XM9-357, and so on, the manual even has a diagram showing how a normal-sized person can easily crouch behind it.
Good.
Cool, so we could fit like 2 of our boss behind there, huh?
All right.
Are
so,
any of us not normally sized?
That is a
I am
good
perfectly
question.
normally sized. Thank you.
My muscles are abnormally large.
didn't end up with a shield.
I don't have a shield either.
Nom has no shield.
Wait, there are 4
Alright.
shields. How do 3 of us not have a shield?
Because you took 2.
Oh, yeah.
He mentioned that he probably could take 2.
Yeah.
I took one.
No,
Yeah,
I
it
actually
should be Garm, Gaz, me, and Pi that have one, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
sounds
I
right.
also have a long black box.
Yeah, what's in
Yes.
the...
It has a
Turn back
keypad
to the
on
2
front.
that don't have them. It looks like 2 people could get behind one of these. Pair off with someone who doesn't have one if a nuke does happen to go off in this hangar.
Nom would not want to be in the same shield behind with you guys.
I'm gonna start. Is it like a 4-digit keypad?
Yes.
I'm gonna start punching in numbers. 0000, 0002,
The equipment guy.
0002,
Oh,
0004.
I'll help you open the box with my muscles. If you you know, if you split what's in it with me, I'll even let you hide behind my shield if a nuke goes off.
You're not suggesting that you break the computer's equipment, are you?
No, we're expediting the opening process.
Suddenly, over the speakers that are above the door, bing bong. Troubleshooters, congratulations. You have been chosen by the most efficient algorithms possible to be the optimal solution to this particular problem. I have utmost confidence and absolute faith in your ability to quickly and efficiently resolve this issue. I look forward to hearing your progress. Please proceed. And there is a grinding noise as the gigantic blast doors in front of you slowly slide open.
I have an important
Thank you
question.
for your confidence, friend computer.
Are the ums and ahs from the friend computer in character? Like,
Assume out of character.
okay.
The computer is perfect.
I just wanted to
sadly-
make
Of course, the
I just
computer
wanted
is
to know if
perfect.
that was like a facet of the computer's perfection or
Up with what to say at the time.
The green guard standing beside you presses a button in his little armor to open a comm channel. Roddy G, PWD 3 reporting. Repair squad about to enter the testing room. So, yes, the door grinds and clicks and moans and shakes. You hear big gears turning inside it and the sliding of bars. And then it slowly begins to slide open in a large striped track on the floor. This takes about 2 minutes and causes you to all vibrate lightly. It is probably a meter thick. Once it finishes, the Roddy, your escort, starts kind of shoving you with his rifle and looking extremely nervous towards the door.
Oh, hey, please. All right.
Come on.
Jeez,
Let's
alright,
go.
I'm
No,
floored.
he's
I
not
could make
like
it go
pushed
faster.
around by lesser beings.
I am
Um,
putting my shield between him and me and holding him there while my
Clunk,
team
clunk,
gets
clunk.
inside.
All right, he will begin to clunk more vigorously.
Everyone in.
Yes, to hold off this stern green guard. How about it's probably, you know what? This is sort of almost unarmed combat. Give me an unarmed combat roll.
Where is it? Violence?
Under
It's going to be
violence.
violence. Unarmed combat.
By the way, do we go by the number that's on the right of the table?
Yes. So how it works, just to give you a sense, how it works is you have a base skill. Some things are a specialty, which adds 4 to that skill for the purposes of rolling under it. Some things are a weakness, which converts that number to 1 instead of your normal base skill. And some things, a few of you have double specialties that added 8 instead of 4. Oh, the most important thing. I mean, not actually, but each stat also has space for a super specific skill. You don't have to decide what those are now. In fact, you're not allowed. But over the course of play, you can fill one of those in permanently to declare that you are specialized in a very narrow field of competence. This will give you a huge boost to your base skill number, but will be like, yes, the narrowest possible thing. So,
Mine
smack-
has something in that. Am I
Yes.
supposed to?
No, you can delete that. That is what I'm remembering as parts of the character sheet that I forgot to
Well,
delete.
is yours the same as mine was, Cal?
Sign
Probably.
anything referencing his legend.
Yeah. Okay, so narrow specialties.
By 6, by the way.
Yes, by 6. So, certain piece of equipment, highly specific situation. Yes, encouraged to make up your own narrow specialties, add 6, but only 1 per grouping. And yeah, they have to be so narrow they can only be used under a very minimal number of circumstances, but you're allowed to define them in play.
Perfect.
That's pretty cool,
And we
actually.
cannot do one of those for violence, I take it, because there are no spaces for a violence specialty.
You can.
I
And
have
there should be
I have space for a violence specialty.
Yeah, it's
Same
very
space as
bottom.
everyone else.
Is that what the blackout boxes are?
No, blackout boxes are a specialty.
Oh,
weakness.
okay.
It's right
I
at
was
the bottom
thinking
of
the short white box, like
Long one at
underneath
the bottom.
oratory, was where to put it, but it's the
Right.
long one way below it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Carry
Okay.
on.
8-bit.
Yeah.
My unarmed by 6.
It'll have to be a little more focused. You succeeded unarmed?
Oh, I failed by 6.
6. Failed by 6. All right. Most of your team manages to get through before the urgent shoving of the guard manages to overwhelm you, and you are stumbling back into the room, and entangle up and land on the floor with the person who is the last to get through the door, which I declare to be Sky or Pie. So, you and the happiness officer land in a heap. And
Oh, hi.
as you
I reach down to offer them a hand up.
Right. As you do that, the guy in green armor begins slamming repeatedly on a large button on the outside of the door, which begins it grinding shut again. As it closes, you get a chance to look around the room. The room is 10 meters deep and 7 meters wide. You enter it. The door is on the 7-meter side. The standard computer console with keyboard, display, and display screen and sensor array is on the opposite wall, as well as several white, like 2-foot-long glossy ovoids attached to it with wires. Just like, yeah, big, long white ovoids with a red band around the center of them. There are 3 of those. This appears to be a very recent installation. There are no visible controls for opening the door from inside the room. Shielded cameras and speakers are diagonally opposite each other on the 2 corners of the room. The walls, floors, and ceiling appear to be made of a glossy plastic substance, similar with what's used in combat armor. The surface is slightly distorted and discolored in several places.
What color?
Like sort of ruddy, like kind of oil sheen in some places, or just like black scorch marks in others. A terrible stench fills the room. Though reminiscent of the sanitary facilities and the food vats, it is far more powerful and revolting. At the center of the room is the robot Imana-665-C. A power cable leads from the bot to the opposite wall. The bot does not respond to your entrance. I am going to put a picture in that place that I can put pictures. I assume this is just
Hygiene officer, what is this stench?
Well, that's the stench of happiness.
I declare it is not.
Happiness officer. Is this what happiness smells like?
No, this is what a welcoming feeling smells like. Because the computer is just trying to make the best of our day by telling us that we are special.
Aww. So yes, if you turn your eyes to the Paranoia channel, you will see what the bot looks like.
Aw, it's cute.
I
tell this to the bot.
As the door clunks behind you, suddenly a loud whirring sound comes from the bot. The cone-shaped device near its center swings around to point at you, and it begins to lurch forward.
This doesn't seem to be malfunctioning at all. We already succeeded.
Sorry.
Oh wait, no, that's a good point. It should be doing things. No, I'm going to scary and violent. It's time to shoot things.
All right, Gaz is going for his gun. Anybody have any reactions to that as he reaches for his pistol?
Being mostly still in a heap on the floor, I am putting the shield up between Gaz and me.
All right, so yes, you defend yourself, and in the process, also Sky.
Our happiness officer, yes.
Yes, because you are lying on top of her.
Oh, I rolled a 20.
Nice! All right, so you
I'm
yes
hiding
point
behind someone else's shield.
you point your laser pistol at the bot. For the record, a laser pistol and a barrel are two separate items that one screws into the other. The pistol is sort of think like a garden hose like trigger assembly, that sort of thing, just like handle, trigger, body, but then like stops right past the trigger. The barrel is kind of about the size of a Coke can with 6 light up bands around it, each colored the color of the laser pistol, in this case red. So you point your laser pistol at the bot, possibly yelling or possibly making
I think that like he's got his shield in one hand and his gun in the other, and he says, "Malfunctioning robot must be disabled." And then everything goes wrong.
So there is a soft humming noise instead of the pitched blast sound that you're used to coming from the gun. It goes, and then there is a white hot flash of light. So,
oh no.
Then your gun blows up.
Strange. Every other time I've heard that nothing blows up.
Right.
Anyone looking in that direction will be dazzled and blinded.
So I got the shield up.
Yeah.
I've been...
So yes, people behind shields. Yes. What is Garm? What are you up to while all this horrific nonsense goes down?
Debating whether I can suplex the robot.
Cool. So you're standing there thoughtfully while the pistol explodes right beside you.
Yes. And seeing the failure of firearms to deal with this problem, I would like to attempt to suplex the robot.
All right. Well, let's resolve this first, and then we can talk. All right. So, you feel a mild discomfort, Gaz. Yes, a faint, warmth in your right arm, and then you, as the light fades from your eyes, you are lying on the ground and discover that it's slightly more than a mild discomfort. You have 3rd-degree burns across your entire that side of your body, and your arm is gone, leaving only not entirely gone. I'm lying. I'm sorry. There is still a charred skeletal arm and hand holding a the pistol with the barrel all like splayed open and exploded.
Hygiene officer. What do I do with this?
Why, you could give me a hand.
For the happiness.
That is happy. Pie, I award Sky 2 perversity points for terrible, awful puns and bringing happiness to an otherwise unfortunate situation. So who wasn't behind a blast shield?
I wasn't.
Yes. So
And I wasn't.
oof. Oofy doofs.
So whose shield was I hiding behind then? I guess I was hiding behind the pile shield.
All right.
You might have been behind mine. There might have been 3 of us crouched back there, terrified.
Garm. So that's running down to man. Garm, you are lightly scorched by the explosion. You are picked up off your feet and tossed, across a chunk of the room. And you are wounded, which means until you do something to repair the wound, you cannot spend perversity points to help yourself, although you may still spend it to mess with other people. But once it's treated, you are just wounded still, and, you'll have to deal with the fact that this clone will spend the rest of the adventure scorched. Dies.
All right.
All right.
Nothing happens to me.
Oh, and yes, I will also roll an attack against you. You're just you're lightly dazed. If anything happens basically in the next couple of minutes, you won't be able to attack. Until your eyes stop seeing stars, you won't be able to shoot anybody. You can take any other actions, you just can't get in a fight. So, yes, your eyes fade from white to spots. Bing bong. Hello, troubleshooters. Status report.
Pleased to note that so far we've confirmed the movement abilities of the bot are back to working, and we're continuing our assessment.
Excellent. The bot is unfazed by this explosion and continues to trundle forward until it gets about halfway across the room, at which point it runs out of a power cable, unplugs itself, and stops moving.
I have
Happy to
disabled
note that all
the
the
bot.
power supply of the bot is working just great too. Thanks, computer.
Pleased to note, I have disabled the bot. We are safe.
I'd like to
So
medicate myself.
As a security officer, I would like to go over and investigate the bot.
All
now that
right.
It's unplugged.
Have you seen the picture that has been posted?
I have. I'm looking at it right now.
All right. Any sort of special thing you get? Let me find. Just reminding myself what being maimed does.
Oh.
Because it came up even faster than I thought.
Nice.
We are very, very
I do
skilled
my
in the
best,
ways of injuring
please.
ourselves.
Yeah, I didn't notice this until right now because I'm good at characters, but I'm actually really good at bot maintenance.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but you're also
and
good at
mechanical
management.
engineering. So I'm going over with Kel, and while it's disabled and he's taking a look at it, I'm going to pop a panel off the back and see if I can see if there's anything actually broken with it at all.
While they're
Alright.
doing this, can I fix the wounded one? Because the more blood that comes out, the more happiness that spills.
It's true. I mean,
Probably.
it's mostly,
It's cauterized.
it's cauterized, but yes. So you trot over there. Give me a medicine roll.
Well, I'm going to take out the kind industrial settling supplies so that we may apply a kiss to it. And
Wait, which one of us are you fixing up? Because two of us got wounded there.
3 of
Yes.
us got wounded, actually.
I was only
Hello.
dazed.
Yeah.
Only days.
yeah, I'm not fixing the armless one.
Oh, you're not fixing the arm.
Mostly
You just-
armless.
I still got my arms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's mostly armless.
Yeah, so you're fixing Florid then.
Yeah.
Florid. All right. Roll medicine to poke around in his wound and see if that helps at all.
The more blood that spills, the more happiness spills. Oh,
I
God.
rolled a 6, and my skill in wetware is for
There's
medical
actually-
is 11.
There's a actual medicine skill there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 4 down.
Okay, great. But yes, under wet medicine.
under
that's
by
good.
5.
Yes. Great. All right. You inject the right things and bandage him up. And yeah, seems to be, man, just so much better. Just so much better.
I probably could have done that. And I'll-
Happiness officer, I require assistance. Could
Um,
I get at least a smile?
in the interest of hygiene, I would like to go over to, what is Gaz's character's name?
Murd?
Murd. God, right. I'd like to go over to Murd and, in the interest of hygiene, pick up the remaining skeletal arm and whip it off to the side.
No, I think it's still
attached to him.
Oh,
It's still attached to him.
Oh,
It's just
I thought it was like
burned
laying
down
there.
yeah,
above.
me too.
No, it's
God damn.
dangling from the shoulder.
Okay,
Oopsies.
do I have a trash bag?
Oh,
I'm sure
sorry.
you do.
Right. I apologize. I'm already making mistakes. When the bot unplugged itself, you see that metal disc on the side of it?
Yeah.
That fell off and landed on the floor with a clattering sound.
Okay.
The one labeled 8.
That sounds right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
You-
right, yes.
Do I have
Yeah.
Do I have some kind of trash bag, my friend 8-Bit Ninja?
Sure.
have
I'm
you-
sure you have a trash bag.
Okay. I would like to pull out the trash bag from my utility belt and put the arm in it and wrap it off with some kind of tape
Nice.
in the interest of hygiene.
Thank you for not removing my arm, friend hygiene officer.
Every arm that can help the computer is another arm that can help the computer.
I appreciate not being left with an odd number of limbs.
Would
That
you
would be-
like us to char the other one? Then you would have an even number of limbs.
That is true.
I still have an even number of limbs. I would rather appreciate being able to hold my shield.
Oh, but if you don't have any arms, then we could give your shield to someone else and we could share.
Think you'd find that by the troubleshooter manual, that arm is property of the computer, when we can't afford to ruin property of the computer.
That is a good
Furthermore,
point.
I am the equipment clone of our troubleshooting pod. I will carry the equipment.
So, are we putting a shield on the charred arm? Is that what's going on here?
No, my healthy arm has a shield. My charred arm has a pistol wreck, which I assume is somewhat fused to my bone.
Yes,
at
no,
this point.
totally melted to the bone. Yeah.
Yeah, like inside the trash bag.
I can't wait to shoot a pistol out of my trash bag arm.
The trash bag is, of course,
I
red.
don't think it's
worry.
functional anymore.
Welcome to give it a
Alright.
shot.
Well, several of you fiddle with scorched arms. The robot suddenly begins beeping loudly, and a red light begins flashing on top of it. Glancing over, you see your team leader pulling at the casing.
I think you're doing it right. It's giving you the right color.
This is doing it right, but I'm going to keep trying and see what happens.
Is there a display panel or anything on the robot?
Nope. Whoop, whoop,
See.
whoop,
I'm
whoop.
just going to be paying a lot of attention. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's probably going to be bad.
Wait, is it still plugged in?
No.
It's
Can I-
not.
Can I plug it in?
Kind of not
Like,
to see
or
if
is it-
anything's broken.
You'd have to slide it back a bit to be able to plug it in because it pulled itself off.
Hey, Norm, can you push it back a few inches?
Are you gonna
Sure.
keep prying as you
Someone
as
else has
you-
another idea. I will start pushing the bot backwards.
all right,
And then when there's enough slack, I'll go ahead and plug it back in.
all
You
right.
can do it.
It is heavy as heck. Is there a
Muscles, get over here and help me with this.
I will get over there and help him with it.
Remember your
that
name, but I'm going to call you Muscles.
I
That
appreciate
is-
that. My muscles are quite big. Flex.
that is a basic violence roll. Really isn't a skill that helps shoving things, so that is flat violence. Yeah, so whoever is doing the most of the pushing, roll or both of you roll violence, and we'll see if either.
I'm going to throw it out there right now. My, quote, pushing is it standing perfectly still while my legs cartoonishly slide around the floor, doing nothing
Yeah, yeah.
I
This
got-
thing.
for my violence.
Yeah,
You're still cutting out there, Il.
usually incredibly specifically. It's all right. This thing weighs a couple 100 kilos, so
Yeah.
it's a real bastard to slide. But muscles, give me muscles rolls.
I was over by 4.
Okay.
Sure, Muscles.
I would like to help them succeed.
I'm going to put my arm into it.
Ugh.
I mean, I would say put my back into it, but
Yeah.
it's really more of a lopsided attempt now.
Does anyone want to spend perversity to make muscles roll succeed?
I would like to.
All right. So he failed by 4, so you'd have to spend 4 to make that a successful roll. Would you like to?
Yes, please.
All right. So you go from 32 to 28. So how
26, isn't it?
maybe do you give it an inspiring speech?
I give them a little cheer song for pushing it. It almost
Man, that's
sounds like a railroad chant, but not quite.
All right.
All right, so you just yeah, you can do it, and the bot begins to move, and then, yes, Garm, your footsteps in something. Maybe it's been, I don't know, maybe the bot is leaking a bit, or possibly it's just a smoother part of the floor, but it slips, and your all your force goes sideways. Your head clongs off the side of the bot, and you land in a painful heap. With a little bit of blood leaking from your forehead.
Regrets.
I think we
At
found
least
what's wrong
your
with
blood
the
is
bot.
red. That is an appropriate color.
Yes. The bot is where it stays where it was.
I'm going to try and identify the thing leaking out of it.
All right. Just run a finger along it and sniff it.
I won't taste it yet, but if things get dire.
Yet.
All right. Give me a biosciences roll.
Okay, where is... Oh yeah, I suck at that. Let's do it. Wait, biosciences?
Yes, under
Not like-
wetware.
Electrical engineering or mechanical
Nope.
biosciences?
Quite correct.
Roll biosciences. I failed by 3. I am going to spend the 3 points.
3 points.
3.
I'm gonna spend 1 to make you fail it because I want to see you eat it.
Uh,
Yeah, okay. So both those spends go off. You're not sure. Like, it could be something dangerous, but on the other hand, maybe not. Kind of hard to tell. You'd have to get a better sense of it to be more sure if you wanted to be more
better
sure.
sense or a
got-
different sense? What does it
Different
taste like?
sense. Oh, it tastes so awful.
I've got a.
Is it the source of the stench in the room?
Yes, it briefly tastes like bad, and then it tastes like your own puke. Give me
Is
an
that
agility.
because I'm puking?
Yes, give me an agility roll to not puke all over the robot.
Agility roll to not vomit on the robot. Okay,
you
I'm
are
su- I
vomiting.
suck at that too.
But
Oh,
you're not
God.
vomiting, maybe not vomiting on the robot.
20!
I feel like that's
I
all
would like.
over the robot.
Oh my
That is
God.
all over the robot.
Oh no! It's
Just robot. I'm just spinning and vomiting.
yeah, all
Wait.
over yourself, all over the robot, all over whoever's nearby.
Me.
Presumably, yes,
Floyd.
Garm, Ford, who is lying painfully on the ground.
My God.
And as you are still vomiting, bing bong. Hello, troubleshooters. Status update, please. Ah!
Nom says everything is going fine.
We are attempting to intimidate back into submission.
The robot has been disabled.
I hear intimidate, and it's time to be scary and violent.
Uh,
I'm just gonna yell really loud.
Oh, intimidation. Please, tell me how that goes.
In-
I'm gonna roll intimidation. That's a thing, right?
It is
Yes.
intimidation. Yes,
It's a third
it's
from
a
last
it's
under
a management skill.
Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
Lord.
I mean, you're allowed to roll it.
I
In
rolled
fact-
it. I didn't roll well.
Nope.
I
What is your
failed
So
skill?
with a 19.
Nice. What is your worst attempt at intimidation? Yes. What is
There's not even words. It's just loud.
Yeah. What does murd not being scary at all sound? It's like blah 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 blah.
Exactly.
Maybe it sounds like a
Top
yelp.
of his lungs, but it's surprisingly quiet for that.
What are you trying to intimidate?
The robot.
Howard gone
Our
robot.
happiness officer said we were intimidating the robot, so I thought I would help.
Not bad, citizen. Keep practicing.
Thank you, computer.
All right.
I would like to get back on my feet, grumpy and covered in vomit, and try to
All right.
find the part of the robot most opposite to Illustrious, who Nor.
That will be an agility roll to stand up in an ever-spreading pool of warm vomit, please.
Okay, I'm gonna fail this.
At least I puked on the hygiene officer.
Over by 8.
Nice. You get most of the way up, then fall and hit your head in the exact same place again.
I'm bleeding even more.
Donk.
Friend
Can I-
computer.
Can I use my shield to maybe shunt the ever growing projectile vomit back towards Hill?
Just kind of slide it away. Sorry, who asked for the computer? I
Friend
missed.
computer. Can Nom make a request of you?
Of course, Narm. How may I help you?
Can we get an extension cord requisitioned to us?
I was gonna look around for that once he was done talking.
Nice. Give me a. There's gonna be a roll involved. That's
Is it-
gonna be.
Bootlicking?
It's pretty much bootlicking. That is pretty much yes, requisitioning.
I'm good at bootlicking.
I got a 1!
Nice.
Nice.
You get the best extension cord we have ever seen.
Well, I mean, come on, it's Alpha Complex. You actually get an extension cord first try. Of course. That item's applicability to this situation is immediate and obvious. Congratulations on your forward thinking. Please note that a merit point has been added to your profile. Just one moment.
Only as expected.
There is a distant whooshing sound, and a small iris opens in the ceiling above the computer terminal, and air begins to blow through it, and a few seconds later, thump, a box pops out through the roof, bounces off the computer console, and lands on the floor. It doesn't even land in vomit.
Holy shit, Amazon Prime got fast.
Nice.
Computer?
Since you guys weren't thinking of it, I figured one of us should.
Good on you,
Computers?
Nom.
Well,
That
well,
was
I
some
thank
fine
you for
work.
extension cord. How would one open this infrared box? And I lift one-handed the long black box with the keypad. We were not provided a code.
There is a calculating. Interesting. According to my records, that box was intended for a mission to Redacted Sector. How did you come into possession of it?
Team leader accepted it from the guard.
Team leader, what was your motivation for believing that this was a useful part of your mission gear?
Guard was a higher clearance than me, so I trusted his better judgment.
And there was a happy birthday song playing, so clearly this was a present.
Was there a happy birthday song playing?
No, I heard it humming.
No. No, that's the point.
Noted. I will bring this matter up with your trooper supervisor. In the interim, if logistics left you this item, of course it will certainly prove useful to your mission. The code is 1111.
Oh, you never would have gotten it.
I never would have gotten that. It's an odd number. I never would have tried it. I'm gonna punch in 1111.
All right.
Is that not in the previous room though?
No, you brought it with him.
We brought it with
me.
Cool.
All right. Inside is item. So
Extension.
I was really hoping you'd say extension cord, yeah.
Large, sort of blocky silver body, two long sort of prongs sticking out one end, a handle on top and a handle on the side, so you can sort of hold it pointing with your prongs pointing away from you. The prongs are like sort of like maybe an inch wide and like sort of tracked. And it's like, large lumpy metallic body, and then a tube sticking out of the bottom, just like, sort of a circular tube that's about 8 inches across, the circle
Wow,
that it is
wide
in diameter.
tube.
Yeah, it's a wide tube sticking out of the bottom. It looks like the side handle has a trigger on it. And there's two prongs leading up to a slit about an inch wide, a dark slit in the body of the thing across where the two prongs are.
Do I know what this is?
I really want to make my violence specialty inexplicably mysterious weaponry.
It sounds perfect to me. Specialize in that.
But that would be using it, right?
Yes.
What else am I supposed to do with it?
Can I roll mechanical engineering to see what it is?
Sure. You can roll mechanical engineering too. Yes. Try and figure out what it is.
I mean,
have you stopped vomiting?
Yeah, probably. Maybe only a little bit.
I think I've leaned in the corner vomiting occasionally.
Yes. Until you find a way to settle your stomach, I think you cannot spend perversity to help yourself on others.
I succeeded anyway by 1.
By 1. Yeah. So you've certainly never seen. But fiddling around, you believe that it is some kind of weapon, certainly. It has a lot of the armed forces signifiers, that sort of sturdy, blocky design. You try twisting the tube at the bottom, and it clicks off and comes away in your hand, revealing itself to be a cylinder full of saw blades. Just like circular
so
saw
excited.
blades. About 8-inch diameter circular saw blades in a stack. Looks to be about 10 of them in a stack, with a metal rod down the middle to sort of hold them in place.
Weapon, and you load saw blades into it. I think I have an idea of what this is.
This is the best day of Murd's life so far.
So you seem the best to handle this. Keep it.
Murd nods affirmatively and kind of shoulders it.
I would like to point out that it has 2 handles and you have 1 working arm.
It's true. You cannot hold the top handle.
I would like to help Murd
The
hold
top
this.
handle.
Oh, you're working
It's
together.
hard
That's
to
an
it's hard to
adjustable
point
arm,
steady.
Hey,
It's hard to point steady when holding it. Yes.
Can I try standing up again?
You know what? I think that the vomit has cooled. You can probably get to your feet. I imagine, MoCas, you went and got your extension cord that arrived
Yeah,
for you.
I grabbed the extension cord.
Yeah. The
While
box
they're-
is slightly dented, but it is in a box, and there is an extension cord inside. It's even long and red.
While they're
Sorry.
doing that,
Yeah.
can I attempt to open a non-vomit covered panel?
The torso of the bot is very smooth and shiny and white, I will note.
White.
It used to be white.
And
Yeah.
now it's vomit colored. I'm pretty sure I'm above vomit.
Vomit can be green. Green's above us.
What color is the vomit?
Complex, you're only allowed to eat food of the color of your thing, so everything I'd eaten for months. would be
Was
red.
is red. Yeah, it's
just
true.
Beets and
Red vomit.
steak.
Yep. Alright.
An awful conversation.
Yes.
This is
No,
truly the worst.
it was very smelly in here before. Way worse now.
Ooh, you're cutting out real
No,
bad.
8-bit's coming out.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
some
Yes.
cutouts.
Try that.
It was stanky in here before, and it is much worse now.
Okay. Well, I'd like to cover or to try to open a now in red thing, or otherwise try to bust this bastard open.
Sure. So let's take a look at this sucker just real quick. So it has a cylindrical metallic body, glossy white. As you see, a little arm, treads, glass sphere on top, cone type thing around a track in the middle of its body. 5 there is a shallow depression running around it with a dark black substance visible at the bottom where it's not stuffed full of vomit. And yes, there is a disc lying on the floor beside it and a small red plastic dome on the front.
I would like to try to pry open the small red plastic dome.
All right, just start levering on it. Sure, roll
Yep.
violence.
I'm gonna fuck this up.
Start flashing at us again, isn't it?
I got a 1.
Awesome. Just 1 sec, though.
Oh gosh.
Uh-huh.
I don't like those noises, Mr. DM.
Yeah, well, that's really the core of this game, is
The
those
core of this
noises.
game.
So. All right. So you managed to get some piece of something under the bot's little plastic red dome, and snap it cleanly off, revealing a what's clearly like a light and a little spinny plate, and then your right leg spasms violently, and you fall once more into the vomit, dinging your head in that exact same place.
God damn it.
What the fuck?
Clunk. Ow.
Oh, why does this keep happening?
The little plastic dome that you tore off goes spinning into off into the rest of the room. Then the rest of it lights up as MoCas plugs it in, and it begins grinding forward again on the exact same path, slopping through vomit. I think make a agility roll, Garm, to not be run over by a 250 kilogram robot as it rolls towards the door.
I failed by 7.
All right.
No, we need that. I would like to save him.
I would like to note that in spite of everything about my big muscles, I don't have a specialty in any kind of violence.
No, I have specialties with violence.
So all of my violence is 4 across the board, so I'm actually
Nice.
useless at every single violence thing.
All
Holy
right.
shit, even if you had a specialty, I would be better than you.
I would like to spend some points to save his butt because I can't make everybody happy and clean at the same time.
Fair enough. Well, you'll need to spend 7 perversity points to save him.
Also,
I'm okay with this.
if I die, they're just gonna send another one of me.
I would like everyone to know that this is clearly the robot's decision, and being a robot, if it were to run over whatever Florid, then that is the right decision, and I'm going to use 3 perversity points for a failure.
Also, the robot does have a higher clearance than any of us.
Yeah.
True.
I would like to spend 3 more to help save him because he has to clean up this mess that the team lead has made.
All right. So that is your cap on perversity spending today. I will note that while I am okay with declarations of both success and failure out loud, you can also ping them to me secretly. And to that note, well, there is a,
I will spend the additional 1 for failure.
Kel wants everyone to know he hates them.
Fair enough. So
I respect that.
That is 4 total there, Kel.
Correct.
All right.
So I should be at 20.
Yes.
Unless I got extra for a tick.
I will be more on top of that, but yeah, we'll yes, you're doing good. Okay. So you almost make it, man. You scrabble pretty far, but then, there's just a lot of vomit. So your hand slides, and there is a symphony of crunches and cracks as the bot rolls its tread over your left leg, breaking it in several places. It hurts a whole heck of a lot. Just a lot. It really hurts. The bot doesn't seem to notice. And then continues rolling. Anyone want to...
I have a question that I need answered real fast before I decide if I'm doing anything.
Oh.
Go on.
Or
yes, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I'm going to pull out this scannery deal and point it at sort of the whole room.
Deal?
It's like
Yeah.
a radio crossed with a tricorder, I guess.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I
Scanner
forgot we
deal.
all have like
We
a
have like
Equipment?
special gear and
equipment
stuff.
based on our
Yeah.
role. I'm just the leader, so I don't get any.
Yes, and but every team role has some stuff. Some of them I remember to write down, some of them I didn't. Comms officer has a camera, for example. Hygiene officer has a spray bottle with hygiene in it.
Do you?
With hygiene in it.
With hygiene in it.
Quick question: do you want me to PM you every time I take a picture, or because that could get annoying?
I mean, if it's significant.
Okay.
But we will assume that you're recording things unless there is some you can't. So yes.
I'm going to put a post-it note that says extension cord on the extension cord we were given.
Nice. Not like on the robot, but
Nope, on the extension cord.
I'm surprised you haven't.
Let's be honest.
I was standing next to the outlet, so I'm not close enough to the robot.
I'm surprised you haven't labeled the
post-it.
vomit yet.
That's what I was going to
You
say.
actually can't stick a post-it onto vomit. It would just be in the vomit.
Yeah,
It depends on how determined you are. Jesus.
Not that.
anything is possible by the will of friend computer.
Speaking of the will of friend computer, is my scanner scannering?
yeah. Let's roll a die.
Doesn't
I will
scanner.
roll a die.
Does it scanner darkly?
It doesn't even scanner like normal darkly. It's fine. It's great. You know what?
Words.
Words. Yes. You are so correct about words. See, it's my deepest hope that your viewers find my horrible bumbling funny and not like obnoxious, because if they
okay.
do, they are
Yeah.
real in trouble.
They find
If
my bumbling funny,
If
so...
Kageyami High was any indication, it will be
Yeah.
much appreciated.
Kageyami High was a
Speaking of-
shit show. 10 out of 10 would do again. Sorry.
Hell yeah.
Somebody else is saying something?
Speaking of horrible bumbling, I mentioned all the cracks and horrible grinding, but did Garm survive that?
Yeah, like...
Oh yeah, no, his leg is crushed, but he's alive.
Oh, I
Fine,
thought...
okay.
Okay. I thought that was, the other one getting crushed.
Hitting from the head, and he's got a cracked leg.
Yes,
Other
but
than
still
that,
alive.
Well, good. I'd rather not be, but you know.
I feel like I want to die to fix my arm, but that is strictly destructive to computer property.
8-bit, they have passed judgment and say your bumbling is funny.
You are
Good.
doing, quote, beautifully.
End quote.
The thing I'm saddest about not getting set up is a way for the stream to see
Messages.
secret messages I was getting.
Okay, I'm gonna put my scanner away because it sort of just beeps and pings at random, and I'm just like, well, that's fucking useless.
So after it finishes crushing Garm, and once the bot is out of the pool of vomit, it suddenly stops moving again as MoCas has unplugged it.
All right.
There, now it's out of the vomit. We can actually work on it.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's beneath you.
Well, he is
Bing bong.
now.
Hello, troubleshooters. Status update, please.
My leg!
We have sacrificed a leg to the great computer.
It hurts!
Some
No,
mild
I do
anything
not
else
know
to
why
report?
we have turned the robot off, but we are supposed to be fixing it.
The wounds are
My
filled
arm
with
mild
vomit.
injuries, friend computer,
Yeah.
but we're making progress. Steady progress. We've got it across the whole room now.
Good. Steady progress is what I hope for. Is the best I can hope for. Please keep me updated.
Never have I known such agonizing pain!
The happiness officer probably has drugs.
My muscles can't fix this! I'm in the most pain anybody's ever had!
And you have most pain.
Garm, I am giving you 2 perversity points for that particular for remembering what matters at the worst times.
Thank you, friend ninja.
Do I
Right,
have
big enough.
drugs on me to make him trip balls?
Let me
Your
just
inventory.
check. I will admit that I forgot some of the the inventory for. It's the worst. I know, I'm a monster.
This is like
I've
the
got
most
some
important
medicine, but
inventory
that's
item.
fine.
It is the most important inventory item. Right. I will. Sorry, it's in silly spots in this book. Yes, you definitely have drugs. Happiness and drugs are the same thing, and you definitely have like several bottles of multicolored pills, as well as probably a syringe of something for emergencies.
It's an emergency.
You know what? You seem strong, friend. I don't know what this does. Let's find out.
Oh dear.
And I just want to inject it right above the broken part of his leg.
What color is the fluid in the syringe?
Sort of like yellowish,
Oh dear.
translucent and yellowish.
I'm not clear for this to exist inside me.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. Right. Yes. Here we go. Let's do this.
Sorry, I'm still laughing about I'm in the most pain anybody's ever experienced.
Yeah, no, that's
You should
that's,
be.
like perfect. That's everything I want.
Well, he's
right.
getting injected.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna be right back. Be right back in like a minute, okay?
Yeah,
Be
okay.
right back. Alright.
I'm going. Yeah, while we're-
Roll medicine. Sorry. Yes.
While
And
she's
we'll
Hi,
take a
medicining,
moment while we are
Yeah.
tending to other people's wounds for once. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Cool.
I want to put the panel back on the robot.
Oh,
I
the-
kind of
the-
want to
the
take a
disc?
look in there. Hold on
Yeah.
one
The disc. So you take a look at the disc and that.
I meant the one that
Well,
Garm
not-
popped off.
yeah,
Or
the-
whatever.
Oh,
the
the
red
one-
little
I want
dome?
to take a look in there. Let me take a look in there first.
All right. Under the little plastic red dome, there is kind of an LED light on a spinner. It
Like a
appears to
fidget
be
spinner?
like a little rotating surface. It appears to be where the when it has alarms, where the light comes from for the flashing of the alarms.
Oh.
Now, might I recommend that we plug the robot back in so we can know what is wrong with it, so we could fix it.
All right, I don't see anything unusual there.
Let's see, where is? All right. So is anybody? Yeah. So MoCas is taking a look inside, and sorry, who's popping the thing back on?
I am.
All right.
Sam R. Sam.
When you go to pop it back in, you notice that there's also a loose sphere in here. It's like a little marble-sized ball with like a little flashy red light on it.
Does it look like it's supposed to be either in there and or loose?
Not really. Like it's not attached to anything. It's just sort of like sitting loose in there.
Okay, well, I'll take it out and then pop the cover back on.
All
We
right.
opened up the robot.
You popped the like top off a light on the outside of the robot.
Oh.
It was just a light.
There's a cap on a light.
Sorry, have I been injected with medicine yet?
We haven't quite rolled that yet.
Okay.
Just nothing, hey?
We're chugging along.
Kel, what do you do with the little marble thing?
Look at it.
All right. Yeah, little ball, flashy light on it.
Okay. Then
I got your marble, Kel.
Yeah, I have a marble. I'm going to give it to the equipment officer because this is now equipment.
Okay. Equipment officer,
Okay.
you are being handed a little marble with a blinky light on it.
What color is the light?
Red.
Okay, I will take this marble. This is
Okay.
an acceptable thing to hold.
All right.
And I will put it in one of my many pouches because I
Great.
only have one arm, and that arm is for the saw gun.
Fair enough.
Wait, are you not holding the shield anymore?
No, I put it down to pick up my saw blade gun.
Oh dear.
Then I'll take the shield.
Oh dear.
Um,
Yeah, all right.
Because if a person with one arm has a saw blade gun, I'm taking a shield.
That's valid.
That's fair.
If I'm putting enough, I'm gonna pick up the disc that fell off it to see what the hell it is.
all
Am I
right.
done
It is
vomiting
a.
enough?
Oh yeah. No, you're fine. So, yeah, it's kind of a round stainless steel metal disc. Otherwise
Nothing
featureless.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, it's sort of a round stainless steel metal disc. Kind of, yeah, doesn't seem to be anything. It's not scratched. Also, looking at the robot, you can't see how it attached. Like you're not sure how it was stuck on, or like there's no hooks or slot or anything. The place it fell off looks basically entirely smooth.
So it's just like resting on. Is there any like glue or anything?
Nope. Nope. It is yes, entirely just seems to be. Yeah, you don't know. Doesn't seem to stick there.
Fucking magnets. How do they work?
Can
Magnets,
I
how do they work?
figure out what the disc is at all, or
Sorry, you cut it
Disc-
there.
is at all, or is it just sort of an empty, featureless disc?
It seems to be an empty, featureless disc.
All right.
So yeah, you're holding it. You're not sure how you detach it back on.
Put it in the slot that is now broken with the light. Just sort of rest it in there.
All right, clink,
Okay.
and just sort of like leave it sticking out awkwardly.
Yep.
This isn't like an important question, but is the disc roughly saw blade sized?
Oh my.
Similar.
Oh,
Pretty seems to
Uh,
be roughly on par.
I would like to ask my personalized digital companion, or PDC,
Sure.
to tell the robot what ails you. How may we fix it?
Well, the robot is currently unplugged. Also,
Well-
you basically get a just like imagine the worst sort of Siri. What ails you? How may we fix it?
It just repeats what you said out loud to the room. Thanks, computer.
Okay, excuse me, can you plug it back in? And you
Yep.
have to tell it in robot.
All right, I will go plug it back in.
All right. It starts driving forward again towards the door. Do you
Okay.
just
Yeah,
leave it?
I knock on the door.
It is a meter-thick piece of plate steel.
I mean, I'm sure there's some reverberation on the other side.
Probably.
Have I been jacked up with meds?
Yes.
Okay.
Or sorry. Yes. Pi. Roll medicine for me, please. We discussed that, and then.
I'm the most forgotten anybody has ever been.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. 6 players, man. I don't do
Medical?
this in human.
No,
Yes.
that's legit. I'm sorry for being unable to count 8-bit ninja.
It's fine. We're good.
Oh god, I rolled a 20.
Oh
Lord.
yes, yes. All right. So this
That
time
is over by 9.
Yeah, this time. So, okay, Garm, you feel pretty good. Just like a wash of like suddenly your leg stops hurting, and like you just like you've had this like your head stops hurting, and you've had some like aches and pains for the last little while for sleeping on a hard mattress that stop hurting. Everything feels really, really good, and then you start frothing and having a seizure. And yes, seize for a while and then die.
Well, clearly he was not permitted to use a yellow substance.
Yeah, that was
And this
the problem.
Only took us like an hour and 20.
In a bit, your clone will show up with a 2 on the name.
How does it
but-
show up?
Oh, by car.
No, but how
We're in
does
a
the car
locked
get in
room
here?
with a meter-thick door made out of plate steel.
Oh, good point. Through the pneumatic tube in the ceiling.
I could just break its legs.
Is it? Am I like in a box or?
Nope.
Because the last time something came out of the pneumatic tube, it landed on the console.
It's true. So yeah, you guys have a few minutes of fiddling around before a whooshing sound will precede the arrival of a brand new hygiene officer.
If we want this hygiene officer to match the one we had a few minutes ago, it will have to land on its feet or hit its head on the way down. So
I almost
really,
certainly
it's the
will.
will of the computer for the hygiene officer to be in this state.
I'm gonna go take a look at this console.
All right. While
Can I
do
interrupt real fast and just
Yeah.
get people to mention their roles again? Because
Oh,
I'm
sure.
entirely lost. I know Pi is our happiness
Happy.
officer, and that's it.
I'm the hygiene officer. I am Florid R. Man 2.
Okay.
Nam are Sly, and it's the comms the text. Or yeah, the comms officer.
Okay.
Sam is the security and loyalty officer.
Okay, and then
Sam
Kel is
Sam.
our team leader, huh?
No.
Ill.
Ill is the
Our
team leader,
Okay.
Mal1 is the team leader.
and Kel is your loyalty officer.
Right.
Sure.
I'm never gonna remember this. I'm sorry. Carry on.
Spot on the sheet to write them all down. That's what I did.
Oh shit! I need to do that. Where is that?
So if
Okay.
not otherwise interfered with, the bot rolls to the door, hits it, and stops. Clunk.
Okay. I'm gonna go look at this console and see if there's anything cool happening on that.
All right. It is a standard computer console, the sort of way you could access the computer and ask it questions or make requests if you wanted to do that by text other than verbally. It has a moderately soft chair in front of it, and yes, 3 ovoids attached to it, which, as you take a look at them, appear to be really scary helmets. They all have like a red hole in the bottom and red padding inside, and just like taking a glance, there appears to be like a black screen, as well as like a bunch of little, like the whole all around it are little holes, like in the entirety of like the interior of the helmet are little holes. You're not sure what for. It also looks really awkward, and if you put it on, it would fit your entire head inside and you wouldn't be able to see.
That sounds wonderful.
I am not.
I'm
putting
gonna
that
start
away.
scanning it.
Okay.
I kind of like put my gun up on my shoulder, wiggle around to reach into my pocket, pull out a scanner. There's like no beeps, so I put it away.
Yeah.
Pull out my gun again.
Put it on, MoCas?
I go back to. I'm not gonna go put it on. I'm gonna go look at the robot.
I don't know. I'll put it on if he won't.
All right.
Bill.
As you put it on,
I'm
the
gonna
screen.
scan you as you're putting it on because that sounds exciting.
Roll. There is a data gathering skill. I'm trying to remember what it is.
Data
oh.
search. Data search.
Yeah,
Yeah.
data search is on software.
Yeah, I think that's yeah, whatever. Close enough. Roll me some data search.
Wait, are you talking to me or to Il?
To you for
Okay.
scanning him while scanning.
I'm really bad at this. This is gonna be fun. I don't want to spend 12 points to make that a success because I've got 4 software.
Also, 12 is. I don't think it's an exciting enough roll to justify 12
Yeah,
points.
no. All right.
So
I get nothing of value from the scan.
yeah, it beeps unhelpfully. Putting on the helmet, the little screen turns on as you put it on, and the computer eyeball appears about an inch from your eyeball. Ah, hello, team leader. Welcome to the soundproofed mobile debriefing helmet. Did you have something you wish to report?
We're just making sure all of the equipment works. So far, the helmet seems to work just fine. Just going through everything in the room with the robot just to confirm everything's on the level.
Wonderful. How diligent. These briefing helmets are still experimental, so any feedback you would be willing to offer at mission end would be very appreciated.
So far, it seems wonderful. No complaints. I'm communicating with you just fine.
Hey,
They are.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how soundproof are they?
Hey, Fit, you said that
Very
They're
soundproof.
perfectly soundproof.
You said that A, the helmet is soundproof, and B, he's right in front of the console, right?
Yes.
What? Yeah, you see what I'm getting at. Come out, slam into the console, and just like headbutt him in the stomach while he's talking to friend computer.
Yes. I would allow you to make an agility roll as you come out of the tube at high velocity. Anybody or yourself or others.
Well, I got a 16, which is 12 over. I'm gonna fucking die on impact, aren't I?
I get
16.
no roll, given that I'm in a soundproof. I put my face in a soundproof box.
Yep.
All right, so the two of you slam into one another. Both of you suffer some cracked ribs, and the briefing helmet is the cables that the briefing helmet are used to attach to the table are torn free, sending you both spilling violently onto the ground. Then there is a loud bang and
Oh
a
my.
spray of blood as Gazzien's front pocket explodes violently.
God.
Why is my
Cratering his...
pocket exploding?
Good question. That is a top tier question that you do not necessarily know the answer to, but it blows up violently, cratering your stomach and collapsing your corpse, steaming to the floor.
What?
I would like to take the gun.
All right.
The gun that's inside the trash bag? The gun that exploded?
No.
Oh, the other gun.
No, the saw blade gun.
Saw blade gun.
Yeah, that
Another
one.
another clone will be along in a second.
It's an instrument of pure concentrated happiness.
Lean up, clutching my broken ribs, and
Yeah.
say, "Loyalty officer,
Yes.
that marble.
Yes.
Get that marble."
Get the marble.
The marble
that
that
the equipment
exploded my
officer.
stomach, maybe?
The one that was in the pocket.
That blew up? Yeah. Oh, well, you can't get it anymore because where the fuck it was is a smoldering crater
No, but
to
wasn't it Kel who gave it to him?
Yeah. Oh, you asked where. You're doing that thing where the first word of your sentence
Marble.
cuts out. Yes, you're still doing that thing where the first word of any sentence cuts out. I assume this is
Serious,
where
'cause the mic isn't turning off in Discord.
Yeah.
Constantly on.
Who
Wah, wah.
knows?
So anyway, where did you get that marble was the question?
You get that marble.
Yes.
The marble was inside the robot, underneath the panel that Florid broke off very violently.
We confirmed its weapon systems still work. Another win for us.
Hooray!
Right.
The robot is still sitting by the door.
Because of my clever genius in prying open the panels to analyze it, right, team leader?
Right. Give credit where credit is due.
All right, so the two of you pick yourself off the floor, wounded and shaken.
I want to investigate
I-
the helmet and to see if it's able to be repaired and reattached to the console.
Fair enough. While bits of your equipment guy still sort of drift lazily through the sky, bing bong. Hello, troubleshooters. Status update, please.
Computer, we've confirmed that now the weapon systems on the robot are still absolutely devastatingly effective.
My corpse steams quietly on the floor.
We are
Excellent.
going to need a new clone of the equipment officer, though.
I noticed already on his way.
Excuse me. Oh, great computer. What
Yes.
what issues were most troubling about this robot that would need prioritizing?
I'm sorry. You're not cleared for that information.
Friend
Almighty
computer,
robot, thank you.
Friend computer, as our security officer, I would like to point out that our team leader over here has broken some of your wonderful equipment.
Ooh, a treason accusation. There's a whole system. This.
Is there a whole system for this?
It uses the exact same rules as combat, man.
This is combat.
While this goes down, I would like to spray hygiene all over the blood from, well, kind of everything, honestly.
Yes, everything is covered in blood and vomit. It's the perfect paranoia adventure. Also, you haven't made any progress fixing the robot whatsoever.
If anything, we've only
We
broken
have
it.
determined
Broken
things
it.
that do not need fixed.
Yes, you've only made it worse. My only regret is that nobody's fired the saw gun yet.
Oh, I'm waiting until this goes
I need
over.
2 arms. I've been waiting
You
to
need
die.
Well,
How does
congratulations,
treason
you
accusation
pulled it off. Oh, right, I have the Game Master screen open for exactly that question.
Obviously, I'm going to defend myself, but I can wait if there's a system for this.
Yeah, totally.
Lots of paperwork, yeah.
Objection.
Hold it.
Phoenix Wright.
All right.
Yes.
Ninja, while you look for this, I would just like to say this has been a fucking joy so far.
I'm glad. I mean, this is a published adventure. I'm using bits and pieces, and it is proof that almost anything works in Paranoia. Damaging.
And just so we're aware of like time, we have like about an hour to an hour and a half left.
Okay. Good to know. I
There are
appreciate.
far too many lives for that period of time.
It's okay. We
Yeah.
can escalate the dying. I'm sure.
Oh, trust me.
Once somebody starts firing the saw cannon in this like bulletproof room, I'm sure we start dying in droves.
Ping, ping, ping.
All right.
Ping.
So you make an accusation. That guy broke equipment. Credible or not? So, roll your management skill, Kel. No specializations allowed.
Sweet. Roll D20. I rolled a 9. My management is 10.
Sick. That's a credible accusation.
Oh, good.
Oh,
50-50 chance of it not being credible.
Let's see. So,
obviously, my defense would be the computer just asked me to thoroughly test it and provide results, and one of those needed to be testing how durable it was.
it's true. So you using the damage system that you don't really need to know about. Class considered. Oh, interesting. All right. Basically,
Yes.
Sorry. Circumstances have changed. There is a soft buzzing noise of calculation, and then the damage to the system is noted. However, as a prototype, many different forms of testing are required, including durability. It is meant to survive in the field. Your thoroughness is noted, though, loyalty officer. Thank you for alerting me.
Thank you for your wise wisdom, friend.
I do have that. All right.
I like how your defense is not that like I came shooting at you at high velocity and slammed you in the chest, ruining the whole thing. It's just like, no, that was intentional.
If there's one thing you need to do as a leader is show constant competence. Every action you take, even if it's getting hit in the face by your equipment officer.
I'm actually the hygiene officer.
Hygiene officer.
Also,
speaking of that, someone gets hit in the face with an equipment officer. I don't think anyone's around anymore.
No, I'm
There's a
still.
whizzing sound.
I'm absolutely still there.
Lying in pain as there is a whooshing sound. Equipment officer, both of you make agility.
Fired me across the room.
Yes, both of you make agility rolls, please. One to land and one to not be landed upon.
Over by 11.
Garm, your broken ribs mean that you cannot spend perversity on this roll.
Oh god, I'm over by 11.
Where is agility? There it is.
Under violence.
8. Oh, good. I like violence.
I thought you weren't good at it though.
He's
I rolled
surprisingly
a
good.
4. That's good.
Nice. So you land really comfortably, just like you bend your knees at the right time. You your form is really good. You land smoothly on Garb's broken rib cage, and there's a series of more crunches.
Does he do like the body surf thing on me?
I think just like lands really smooth, like superhero lands right on your body.
Oh god, the 3-point landing.
Yeah, and just a series of further crunches. You are wounded again, which does things that don't have to worry about right now.
Not gonna lie, I was expecting to be dead again.
Actually, your ribs are already broken, and you're having broken pieces of rib shoved into your lungs. I think you are dead, but it takes a while from the blood frothing out of your mouth and rolling around and gasping.
Your lungs to approach my happiness officer and request my equipment back.
Meanwhile, your teammate is like,
you get the vague sense that I'm.
For him.
You get the vague sense that
the happiness officer needs to give me the gun and then tend to our teammate. I don't do medicine.
You get the vague sense that I'm bragging about something through the blood foaming out of my mouth.
No one has ever had as many bone shards in their lungs as me.
Nobody else makes a froth this frothy.
The bubbles in this
as much as
froth.
me.
The bubbles in this froth are bigger than the bubbles in anybody else's blood froth.
Alright. Good. That'll take a while. You'll be frothing for a bit, but you're pretty much dead.
That's okay.
So what's everybody else doing? A tense standoff over a saga.
Yeah,
you
while
wanna give
this
him the
is
gun back?
happening, I sent you a question.
Oh, it didn't ping me. Or it did, maybe I didn't notice. I apologize deeply.
Was that for the first one I asked or the second one?
Second,
Okay.
first is no, sadly.
Okay. All right.
You can even have a set in red and black.
Oh, they're all going to be in red.
Nice.
Unrelated question. Do the new clones, do we have all of our equipment again, or do we need to strip our corpse bodies for our equipment?
You have standard issue equipment, so guns and armor and your PDA, all that stuff, normal. Special gear, treasonous gear, stuff that showed up as part of the mission, you do not get restocked.
Okay, so I need to pick up my scanner and my gun and my overalls.
But
And
no,
my
you do get a
shield.
new gun. New gun, new overalls.
You
Oh,
get
okay.
a new saw blade gun.
Yeah,
No.
I need to get my saw blade gun back from the happiness officer who should be tending to our wounded companion.
Oh,
How
don't
dare
worry.
you not preserve the property of the computer like this? One could say it's most treasonous.
He looks
He was-
pretty happy.
He is frothing at the mouth and clearly should be doing this more efficiently. So I am going to do my best to inject the most efficient happiness projectile there has ever been.
Are you shooting me with a fucking saw blade?
I'd like to point out
Here.
that I have drawn red smiley faces on each of the saw blades.
Oh my gosh.
Allow me to aim because this is my specialty.
Oh no.
Inexplicably
too late for
mysterious
that.
weaponry.
I would just like to hold down the trigger and see what happens.
All right, you're pulling the trigger on the
Oh,
premise. Are you
no.
like putting him out of his misery plan?
Yes.
All right. Agility rolls all round.
Except for me, presumably.
Oh yeah, no, it gets you
Because
right
you
in the gut.
die.
You just die a little faster.
Yes, so it buzzsaws through you and then ricochets off the floor, ceiling. Agility rolls all round, please.
Holding my shield doesn't help in this.
It will give you a point of armor, which I know what it does.
Okay. We'll try to
Oh.
dive behind my shield.
Well, I rolled a 5 and agility is 5, so
Nice. Hup.
I am over by 8.
So I'm over by 10.
oh no.
Also over by 10.
So sorry, what
I
were
roll
the Yeah, so what were the rolls there again? Sorry. Who was it? 2 people were over by 10, did I hear?
Yep.
Yup.
So you 2 were over by 10. Pi, what did you get?
I was over by 8.
Okay.
And I have no regrets.
All right, so that's 3 fails.
I think you're missing a
So 3
Gazzien.
fails. Garm's already dead, so he didn't roll. Gazzien succeeds.
Okay.
And sorry, what was the last one? Who am I missing?
Kel was a success.
No,
And Kel succeeded. Yes,
Yeah.
so both Gaz and Kel succeeded. So yes, Kel takes it in the shield and bounces it off. Gazzien dives out of the way.
I
Let's
was
see.
watching for the saw gun.
This is
you were, yes,
true.
you had an eye on the saw gun, and then this game is much better if you can hear the dice clattering when I roll them.
Oh, we can.
So
We
we
can,
can.
it's good.
that's great. So yes, Garm is still already dead. MoCas and Ill are both. Okay, Ill, you lose your right arm to a scything saw blade, and MoCas,
Huh.
you are merely wounded. You take it across the rib cage. It sucks, and Pi is decapitated. Your head goes flying through the air in a spout of gore before the the saw blade embeds itself in Kel's shield, thrumming slightly and soaked in blood.
Oh man, it's a good thing she took care of that herself. Otherwise, I'd have to put her out for treason.
Yeah, seriously.
So despite the broken ribs, I lose an arm and I keep going.
Yep. Until it's slightly worse than wounded. Basically, you can't
Okay.
spend perversity until kind of I say so on making yourself happy.
So, question.
Yeah.
Is the saw gun out of ammunition now?
Nope. There was
I'm
a bunch
taking
of
the
stops
saw
in
gun
that
from
too.
the decapitated corpse.
So it is not on
That was a
auto.
single saw.
Yes. No, that was
That's
one saw
amazing.
ricocheting around the room.
Yeah, because I held down the trigger, and if not, multiple saws
Oh,
came out.
I've got
No,
9 more
it's-
shots.
It's semi-automatic.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a post-it note that says saw blade on the saw blade in my shield, and then give
Yep.
it back to the equipment manager because it is equipment.
That's
I'm
true.
going to nod at the post-it note, carefully remove it, wipe off the blood on someone's jumpsuit. Doesn't really matter at this point. They're all red.
Yep.
Then reload the saw.
Okay.
It's still got
Kel,
the happy smiley face on
it does. You can't
Oh,
wipe
yeah.
off that. Kel,
Smiley
I'm
faces
giving
are
you
good.
I'm giving you a perversity for dedication to your sticky note desires. All right. So yes,
Can I also reclaim my scanner?
Yes.
I do not reclaim the marble. That's not happening.
That's all right. It's gone.
Good.
I think it exploded when you died.
Maybe there are more marbles. I just want to make sure.
You've lost your marbles.
And actually, yes, you should probably get some sort of medical treatment because your wound is not cauterized. You are bleeding quite a lot.
I've got some medicine in a
But-
utility pouch that I will offer, but I'm not applying it because I'm bad at that.
I'll try to do it myself with one arm.
Okay,
I'm
roll
gonna scan
medicine.
you while you do, just as like a. I'm scanning things. It's a good thing.
Medical? Is it?
Yeah.
Medical?
I wish I'd. Hey, who's good at editing?
Failed by one.
Editing?
Editing what?
Just like putting images on stuff.
I'm fairly good at it. Why?
I have a map of this room.
You can make Garm do it.
And I kind of want, for just for my own edification, notations on where there are corpses at the moment. Because there's no way to get rid of them, so they're kind of stacking up.
There's a lot, yes.
Do I land on anybody's corpse when I show up again?
Oh yeah, Garm's soft, squishy, already pre-pulverized body for your convenience is already there.
Oh yeah, which order
I
do Pi...
turned him into a pillow.
I think I show up before Pi, because I did technically die first.
Yes, because I killed you first.
Yes, so
right before I died.
If this goes anything like the other times anything has happened to me in this game so far, I land on my corpse and then am immediately like like Goomba stomped by Pi.
Actually, for the computer is nothing if not efficient, which means that you both arrive clutching each other, screaming together.
Causing a little bit more blood foam to flow out of the old me's mouth.
Yep. It's a little disconcerting, but on the other hand, it cushioned your fall, so he's like, he's still protecting you.
If you look down, you can see a thumbs up.
Yeah. I would like to retrieve stuff from my old bodies and then go back to spraying. I would like to spray hygiene on Ill's arm wound.
Oh, it hurts so much. That's basically Clorox. It's the worst. It won't kill you, but man, is that really unpleasant? A whole lot.
I was trying to medicine it before they got here. Remember?
Yes, you were. I mean, medicine is basically slam some pills, but roll medicine.
Failed by one.
Okay.
You could spend a point.
He can't spend a point.
No, I can't.
Oh.
Not because of the wound. So you kind of crudely bandage it and maybe take a couple of pills, and it feels a little better, or at least it does, until Garm comes out of a tube and sprays Clorox on it, and then it feels about as bad as it did before, but smells like lemons. Artificial lemons.
I think I
Lemons
smell
are
like
yellow.
apples.
You cannot
Yeah,
smell that.
that smell like strawberries.
Oh, nice. It's true. Artificial strawberries.
Yeah.
I mean, none of you have ever smelled a strawberry, so actually it smells like,
red.
you know,
It smells like the
pleasing
red
red.
smell.
It smells like
Yeah.
actual strawberries.
Delight Scent 6.
Red clearance smell.
Yes. Pleasing red clearance smell. Okay.
Pleasing red clearance smell.
So everybody is alive, more or less. No one's looked in the robot in a while.
Oh yeah, the robot.
Not for a
Question
very long time.
Remains unanswered.
Wait, the robot didn't get hit by the saw blade?
Amazingly, no. Amazingly, it did not.
Willing to bet he even rolled for it too.
Yeah, alright. I would like to scramble over to my own body, humming to myself frantically, and pulling napkins out of my pockets and shoving them into new pockets.
I have a really bad thing to do. And by really bad, I mean this is going to be great.
Do it.
Yep.
Everyone's back in the room at this point, right?
Yes,
Absolutely.
How good am I at? I have a specialty in inexplicably mysterious weaponry.
It's your violence stat plus
Yeah.
6.
Does that mean that after seeing I guess I didn't see it fire semi-automatic because there's no transfer of consciousness, but okay, that's weird.
There actually is transfer of consciousness.
Yeah,
You
there
remember
is.
everything. Yeah.
You
Okay,
remember
cool.
everything up to the moment of your death.
So I remember that the gun is semi-automatic.
Correct.
I'm gonna fire it as fast as I can at our glorious team leader while yelling, "Mutant, get him!"
For the record, this was preceded by a high-pitched beeping noise from that weird box he's carrying around. Okay, roll that. Kill a guy with a hail of saw blades.
I rolled.
Sorry, what'd you get?
I succeeded by 5.
Nice, nice, nice.
All right. Just one moment, please. We must resolve some occurrences.
Thank you for the $20 donation, friend computer.
Friend computer.
Thank you, friend computer.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god, it actually is friend computer.
I'm so honored. I
Friend
had
computer.
Yeah, I had no
Glorious
idea.
friend computer.
Also, Ninja, I don't
Your
know.
actions please me greatly.
I don't know if you have the stream open, but I am putting down bodies on the map on it.
Thank you. I do not have the stream open, but
Making
I
this
probably
entirely
should.
useless. I
No,
think they're
not
in
useless. Just...
approximately the right place.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to eyeball it. Mostly it's a score counter.
Yeah.
Anything else.
I think 4 people have died so far.
That sounds right.
I've died once.
I've died
You
twice.
died twice.
And
Pies
I've
died.
only
Pies
died
died
once.
once.
alright, they're pretty
Sounds
approximate, but you know. There you go.
Hopefully Ill's about to die.
And thank you for
Oh,
the follow,
I'm sure.
Connor.
Sorry?
I said,
Oh, follow, yay.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
That's the Wanderer's crew.
yeah.
Your alert box
Oh,
is
God.
behind the X's. You just put all the dead bodies were marked on your alert box.
Yeah.
That's
Look,
exciting.
sometimes you just gotta die at a Wanderer's movie night.
That's why it's so
Okay.
suspenseful.
Right.
We also have images of all 6 of our glorious squad now.
So if you want to
Thank you
switch
very much,
those
Dorp.
2 out
Oh gosh, do we?
for another 2,
We
Yeah,
do.
Dorp just posted
Yep.
4 of them.
the squad
in
is complete.
Hashtag praise Dorp. Yeah.
All
We
right.
love you, Dorf.
All right, friendos. Give me everyone. Give me a violence roll, flat violence, please. But in the quarter second before the gun is fired.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a
I got-
2.
I
rolled
I got a
6.
3.
I went even.
I went over by 3.
All right.
I got a 1, which is under by 7 because I'm good at violence, guys.
That's pretty good at violence. I won't deny. So that was a 1, a 2, an exactly, and a fail.
And a +3, yes.
A 3.
Okay.
I rolled a 3, which is under.
Yeah, I was 3 under mine.
Right. So yes. Sorry. Garm succeeds.
I succeed.
Cal
I
succeeds.
think it's everyone but me.
Yeah. What did MoCas get?
I got even.
Oh, you got even. Okay. Cool. So fascinating.
I think I'm about to die again.
Well, I mean, so everyone in the room, feels a sort of wave of nausea and a mild headache. Just like kind of stings a little bit. Like it's kind of unpleasant. Except Pi, who clutches her head screaming in agony and falls over.
All right.
And yes, like shaking violently. Maybe a little blood.
What the fuck?
And then a hail of saw blades goes off. So sorry, what did you roll on that attack?
Success by 5.
Yeah, okay, great. Sounds good.
Am I dead, by the way?
No, just like ow, 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 ow.
I would like to scream in time with a happy tune.
Nice. Classic. Yeah. Screaming. Good times. All right, and then yes. Damage for the saw gun. And then it's gonna do that thing where it fills the room with saw again. But first,
I also explicitly fired more than once, so the room is going to be filled with a lot of saw blades.
that's true.
They
Boy,
all have
that
happy
is true.
faces.
So what was your margin of success there? 5?
5, yes.
So wounded, 2 man, 1, 2, yeah. Okay. Yes. Good. Good. So who is still holding a blast shield?
I am.
I am.
My corpse was.
Did you
So-
pick it up with your new
Yeah,
body?
how many people survived long enough to still be holding them when they respawned is my question.
Good
Well,
question.
I picked up
No,
yours.
I,
so I'm fine.
I said I dove behind it last time someone fired the gun, and I haven't died from that yet. So
It's
Oh,
true.
That's true. True.
Wait, weren't you bandaging your arm though?
no, Garm was bandaging my arm or
Oh,
spraying
right,
shit on
right.
my arm.
And I assume the arm you lost was not the
The
But I
shield
just
arm.
swapped shield arms, right?
true. Yeah. All right. So you would, under normal circumstances, you'll be happy to hear, I'm sure. Oh, no, the shield helps, but maybe not that much. So instead of being instantly killed,
Okay.
you only lose another limb.
Only.
Which limb?
Good question. Left leg. um, and then agility rolls all around as once again fills up.
I would like to
room
point out that
is
his legs
Edward.
are all right.
Ah,
Whoops. I need to roll a d20, not a d8.
Good job,
true.
Gaz.
That would make success.
I rolled a 1 though, so I'm still good.
And you
rolled.
just stand in the middle of the room cackling madly as saw blades ping around you.
This
Fuck,
is my narrow specialty. I am at home in the saw blades.
I succeeded by 2 on my agility.
Born to the saw blades.
Oh,
molded
sorry,
by
did I miss an agility roll?
Yes,
Yes.
To
the
not
room
get
is
hit
filled
by
with saw
more.
blades again.
I'm 6 over. I am.
I'm 3 under.
Nice,
8 over.
nice.
I already got saw blade. Do I have to roll again for more saw blades?
There's enough bouncing around the room that probably yes.
Gazzy rolled on that one.
He did.
I got 13, which is well over.
All right. Yeah, okay. Well, as funny as you hopping around as a torso is, I think as you keel over from the one leg coming off, you get one right in the face. It doesn't take off your head. It just like embeds most of the way through your face and then stops lodged in your skull.
Can it instead take off a limb and that limb be the head? I want him to lose another limb.
You have a
Saga
running
has now
bet going.
decapitated 2 people, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, maybe it goes all the way through like the middle part of his head, so like half decapitated, 1.5.
Okay.
Did everyone else succeed? Did I hear?
Nope, I was over by 8.
I was over by
Oh.
6.
Okay. You are the person who was over by 6 is merely wounded again, just like a saw blade slashes across your like leg, leaving ragged blood spray. And MoCas, yeah, that's definitely another arm gone. I would say
Yeah,
left
well,
arm.
that's my first arm. That's kind of minor.
See? All right.
The
Yeah, and,
glorious gift of the computer purges the mutants and the unclean. I
Tick, 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 tick,
stand
tick.
alone and pure.
And then saw blades lodge into, whatever. Computer consoles, one of the security cameras, definitely the robot, and
Oh
a
my.
couple of the corpses that are already on the ground accumulate a few.
So how many people just died?
1.
Me.
Only ill, I believe.
But
Only ill
2
is
more
also
were
ill.
wounded?
I
Yeah,
horrifically maimed someone and wounded another.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to shoot the saw blade shooting guy with my gun
Sure.
for treason, for wounding the computer's
Equipment.
stuff. Everything. Literally everything in this room.
Literally all the stuff.
That is my job.
Roll your energy weapons.
Energy weapons. Ooh, I am 4 over, so I will boost that.
Spending 4 to get down to hit.
Yes.
I appreciate
So as I
it.
raise my gun, I let him know. I'm doing this because of your act of treason against the computer and all of the computer's things.
Eliminating the mutant is my right as the equipment officer. We are all
No.
commanded to purge the unclean.
Yes, but you cannot damage the rest of the computer's stuff.
So, Kel, as you line up a shot, actually, you know what? Yeah, no. As you line up a shot, one of the saw blades embedded in the ceiling detaches and falls, landing on your laser gun, causing you to miss only barely, scraping the edge of his body. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the computer's will for you to live another day.
Computer status update. We have purged a mutant from this facility. Please replace our team leader.
Excellent. You are commended to be you are commended to for your determination and devotion. I assume you have documented proof of your team leader's mutantness.
Yes. Of
Good.
course.
Sir, I actually did not document any information of that.
Excellent. Please proceed to one of the isolation briefing helmets and present your evidence there.
Computer, as noted earlier, our isolation helmet is broken.
There were 3 on that console. I
would've
think
been
2. Sorry.
How many did the saw blade flurry destroy?
1. So there is 1 left.
Devil's advocate.
Okay. Well, then if there is still 1, I retract my statement. So I was under the impression there was only the 1.
I thought there was also only 1 helmet.
I am bad at my job. I apologize.
No, you're not.
I knew there were 3.
It is our fault for not understanding.
We are bad at listening.
That's fine.
Thank you,
Anyway,
Fred
yes.
Dungeon Master.
Ha! All right. So you go put on that helmet, or are you not putting on the helmet?
I feel like if I put on the helmet, I'm gonna get killed in my stupor, but let's go for it.
All right. You put on the helmet. You have a conversation no one else can hear. We'll get to that in a second. Anybody else? Anything?
I'd like to go examine the robot, because that's what we're here for, in theory.
And I'd like to check out the computer console.
Hygiene officer, might I recommend that I, being security, check out the robot while you clean?
I would
This
like
room
to.
is rather.
I need to clean the robot. The robot
Okay,
is
that is
covered in vomit and
That is fair.
Blood.
blood.
Vomit and blood.
And
Also, it's
bloody
got a
vomit.
saw blade sticking out of it.
Yep. I would like to attempt to pry it open in some way, possibly using that saw blade as leverage, so I can clean the inside of all of the vomit that is now in it.
Okay.
Cooling horribly.
As you start to pry, it once again turns on super loud whoop whoop noises. High-pitched klaxons and sirens scream and wail as you try to pry it open. Do you want to continue prying it open?
Yeah, sure. Go nuts.
All right. All right. Give me a violence roll.
Crud. Over by 12.
All right.
Oh dear.
You will be hauling at that for a while before you determine that it is entirely metal and very difficult to pry open.
Maybe using a saw blade as leverage was not the best idea.
What hands?
Look, Ma. Or, sorry, look, friend computer. No hands.
Good.
I assume I get lacerations on my hands in the course of this. End up having to like continuously stop to hygienify the blade and then keep going.
Horrifying.
In fact,
Oh lord.
something like that happens. You know, it's I would define it as somewhat similar. Yeah, you so you're like prying, and then like just like your left hand totally outside of your like intention, you're not really sure why, just like grinds and drags your palm all along the edge of the saw blade you're using, cutting deep to the bone and soaking you in even more blood. It's awful. It hurts so bad. In fact, like, yeah, you think you got it in the bone, you have a saw blade lodged in your hand. It's the worst. You kind of want to die.
If only my strong muscles hadn't led to this conclusion.
Yep. If only you weren't so mighty.
So mighty.
Well, I'm gonna bleed for a while. I think that's my plan. I would like to medicate myself.
I'm going to now put a post-it on the robot that says robot.
One sec, everybody. Some shit's going down.
Shit going down while I'm in a tube far away from this room.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
I'm sure nothing.
But it won't happen to me. I'll just show up for the aftermath. I'll be like Troy walking in with the pizza.
But will you have a pizza?
Yeah, but it'll be saw blades bouncing around everywhere instead of fire. And you
Yes.
get decapitated immediately.
That might happen.
Kitty. Kitty. She does make weird noises, but she's happy.
I have a cat on my lap right now. It is the best.
Hashtag jealous. I have an angsty teenager of a cat.
I have a cat that
Alright.
doesn't like being brushed, so I have cat hair all over my face.
Wait,
All
are
right,
we doing a
so-
secret conversation time?
Kind of. There is a flicker of red light, and a shower of sparks as, seemingly by accident, while hammering back some pills from a bottle, your happiness officer accidentally discharges her firearm, exploding the computer in the room, or exploding the only remaining camera that's not in the hands of MoCas. And then,
Oh no.
Then
well, she shoots Kel in the back.
what?
Yeah, just shot right in the ass.
Was there a role for that I can perverse?
Yes. So, we will do open bidding on this one. So
Alright.
she is currently succeeding by 1.
Well, I will add -2 to that.
I will add 5 to that.
Bonus 5.
Wait, +5 or -5, Garm?
I want to help
Make
Kel
him
get shot.
die.
To make him
All
die.
right.
Wow.
All right. So that's total.
It's
Hitting
4 ahead.
by
Total right now
4
is
ahead.
60 by 4.
Yep. All right. Bids accepted.
Anyone
Breathe
else
into your mic
want
again,
to
bud.
Not
help
particularly
out?
Sorry.
interested in this infighting.
Anyone want to help with this, like, blatant act of treason?
Cold-blooded murder.
I'm not even there, man. Don't look at me.
I'm like halfway into an isolation helmet. I don't think I've really got a chance to respond.
You can still
I don't
pervert
think you.
it.
It's. I mean, you could, but it is absolutely soundproof. You don't notice.
Yeah.
Can I add some more points, or am I just...
Yeah. We can do some back and forth bidding.
Come at me, bro.
If you like. 10 is definitely the cap on that.
No, yeah, because I have 2 people against me, and I don't want to
They've
have
already
to do 10.
spent 7 points.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, they've already spent 7. I'd have to spend 5. Yeah, because it was started at ahead by 1, so no matter how many I add, they can still be there.
So you beat by 4? Is that what I heard?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I'll add 3 to make it beat by 1 again.
Okay.
I'll add 3 to
But I
mine.
want
3 and 3. All right.
Garm,
So
8
shuffles,
points on
shuffles.
an attack you're not even part of.
Yes.
That is delightful. Okay, so we didn't establish this, but it's funny anyway, so we'll mention it. So you might notice on your sheet you have red reflect armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What that is basically colored plastic, like crinkly tinfoil shit over your normal overalls.
Oh my god.
It provides no armor against anything except lasers, which reflect off it. So you are slightly armored against the only gun that people normally carry, which means that instead of having a part of your body blown off, which happens a lot in this game, you are merely wounded. Which actually matters. So you get shot you are gut shot with a laser. There is a stink of burning, flesh. It's awful, but you are not dead. Let's go take a look at what this actually does in combat, because then I believe Pi wanted to keep shooting people. So,
Oh, yes.
So then we will get to the actual combat system.
After
which
that
is-
happens, though, can I aim for their heads?
You can try. I encourage you to, yes,
Oh,
endeavor
yes.
to do so.
The team leader's out of the room for less than 30 seconds before it's a full team firefight.
Hey, for what it's worth, the equipment officer isn't shooting anyone.
That's true, because you don't know what's happening. You're gonna take your helmet off and everyone will be like smoldering bodies.
You mean if someone doesn't fucking murder me while I'm not paying attention,
You might
maybe?
Crucial question about our guns. If they don't have a
Yeah.
barrel, can we still...
Yeah, okay, so you're supposed to be issued barrels at the start of the thing. The character sheet didn't have them written on there. I remembered to write them on some, but not others. You all have one red laser barrel.
Okay, mine explicitly says
Sure.
one laser pistol
Yeah.
body with no barrel.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Okay,
I
okay.
apologize.
That's okay. I just...
Uh,
as long as we're
let me
clear.
let's see.
God, do we have, like, an initiative system?
Everybody says what they're doing, and then it all goes off at once.
Okay.
Basically.
Well-
Let me
I'm over here going, ow.
my guts. So yes, wounded. So you are snafu'd the next round, which is can't attack, though can run, hide, whatever. And you need first aid, drugs, care of a doc bot, whatever. Can't spend perversity on your own character. And then yeah, so right now you cannot attack as Pi lines up more shots. What's everybody else who's in the room and not in a noise canceling helmet, and as a result totally oblivious to the firefight opening up 3 feet behind them doing?
I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I would like to dual wield. I would like to hold my blaster pistol in one hand and the hygiene squirt bottle in the other, and fire both at Pi's character.
All right.
Am I close to a shield that I can pick up?
Aren't you with the noise canceling helmet?
No.
I am
Oh,
in the noise
Gaz-
canceling.
Okay.
With my firm grip on my saw gun still.
Kel, our
Yes.
friend and neighbor, suddenly it's hard to tell exactly what happened, but appears like all of his muscles locked up at once. So he just kind of like contorts into an awful shape and keels over, making a sound. On his turn at this initiative.
Fascinating.
But that leaves. So who's actually not? So Garm,
Did
Pi.
ask you a question.
Am
Did ask you a question.
Sorry, yes.
I close enough to dive for a shield or something?
I would allow that to be your action on as an agility on the combat round. Yep.
Okay. Then that's what I'll do.
So Garm, Pi, MoCas are the people who are engaged in this. Yes.
I'm engaged, just incapacitated.
Yes. Try kind of swallowing your own tongue. So, Pi seems to be the prime mover here. So, okay. So you tends to go for a shield. Garm and Pi, what are you guys doing?
I am firing both a spray of
squirt, squirt, pew, pew. All right.
Squirt, squirt, pew, pew. Yes.
All John Woo style.
Yep.
And Pi, what are you doing?
I want to go for a headshot.
On whom?
Well, the one that's aiming things at me,
Oh,
and the
okay.
one closest to the robot.
Which
So
is
you're
still me.
shooting Garm in the face. Alrighty then. So that's both your actions. Everybody. So yes. Athletics and 2 violence energy weapons rolls, please.
I got a 2, so I'm under by 6.
I do not succeed.
Whoop.
I've got a
So-
6, so I'm under by 5.
Nice. That's gonna go great. I'm excited for standing in a room just shooting at one another. All right. That's great. That's exciting. You both take a shitload of damage. Because that's not really contested so much as it's
At the same time.
at the same time, yes. So that was, I heard, succeeded by 5, succeeded by 6, eh?
Yep.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
great. So the person who succeeded by 6.
That was me.
Let's see. So it's boost 3, boost 2, boost 3. This is the first one of these games I've run. Everybody, like, with the exception of the Saga, only has, you know, only laser pistols. Normally, there's a couple of plasma cannons in the mix or something. Damn.
The Sawgun's pretty good.
Yeah, the Saga is. I'm happy with the Saga. Makes me happy.
We got about 20 to 50 minutes. 50 would be like the hard stop.
Fair enough. Okay, so, so Pi, you are shot with a 6-point hit, which means under normal circumstances, you would be maimed. But you are instead wounded. So there's a smoking hole in your chest. You cannot attack next turn. You need doctor's attention to not eventually bleed out. And
Does she get
Yep,
more
that
pain
sucks.
from the from the hygiene?
It does sting. Like, it's not pleasant, but she's also protected against infection, so that's not too bad. Garm, on the other hand, feel good about yourself, my friend. You would have been maimed. Oh, right, down. No, sorry, Pi, your arm is blown off, and Garm, you were wounded. So, yes, Garm, you're wounded thanks to the reflect. Pi, you are only maimed thanks to the reflect. And I'm gonna roll on the much sillier injury table.
Much sillier injury table.
Yeah, but I got a fairly low roll, so it's almost reasonable. You lose your right arm. Shot cleanly off with a laser pistol.
But it won't get infected.
But it won't get infected. So you both shoot each other. It sucks. You're both wounded. Neither of you can spend perversity on your own rolls. You'll both need medical attention, and neither of you can attack next turn. Start of a new round. Oh yes, and MoCas, you awesome, super cool combat rolled to like grab a shield, but it was still like attached to whatever dead person was holding it before, so you had to like struggle with it really awkwardly. So you'll get it this turn.
Okay.
Start of the round. Both of you are bleeding and cannot make attack actions. What would you like to do?
I'd like to hide behind the robot.
Okay. Pi.
Hi, you're muted.
Pi. Or dead.
I would like to medical myself better. Do we know
Alright.
what the pills did that I tossed back before shooting?
Nope, but you've got more pills. So roll medicine.
I
Take some pills.
Always
And I'm going to
pills.
shoot her.
Am I able to do anything, or am I still twitching?
You are still writhing on the floor,
Okay.
making
That's
dark
a
noises.
natural 20.
So you jam some pills back. Roll some medicine to see if that's the kind of pills that helps. All right. You run behind a thing, and MoCas, you are shooting the shot.
Oh, they don't help. I am over by 7.
Ooh. What they do is like, yeah, everything gets this weird green fuzz to the edges, and like you're pretty sure that like the floor is melting and you feel like you're sinking into it, and your mouth tastes like steel wool.
Well, no wonder
then-
it was green.
And then MoCas shoots you. So only one of those is actually required. Yeah, so MoCas, roll your shoots. Energy
Shoots.
weapons.
I got 8 under.
8 under? That's a lot of under. Yeah, so Pi, I'm afraid you died as you lived. Hi. Just like,
I'm okay
yes,
with this.
you take a bunch of pills, this big smile spreads across your face, you look really woozy, and then you shot in the face backwards with a like steaming hole, energy blast hole in your face.
That's just how it goes sometimes in Alpha Complex, you know?
Sometimes
That's just how it
goes
be.
in Alpha Complex.
Oh.
And then thumpa 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 thumpa, Ill re-enters the scene.
Hi, team. What the shit?
Yeah. No.
Dead silence from the equipment officer.
Oh. So yes, let's quickly do the equipment officer's thing. In fact, I'm just gonna type to you guys real quick.
Okay.
Should Garm be shilling?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Reminder, guys, this is a fundraiser event to support the Electronic Frontier Foundation, the foremost guardians of internet free speech, privacy, and the right to make open software. You can support them by either donating to them directly or donating to them through us. For every dollar you spend on this one, you get a point that we can then spend on screwing each other up. Other events will have different donation incentives, so, keep an eye on this space. Our next game after this is going to be Sigmata, run by Fury, which is going to be a hell of a time. A heck of a time. This game is being run by 8-Bit Ninja, who is pretty fucking great and doing damn well at it. Keep chilling? Keep chilling. Alright.
We're still. Yeah. Keep showing.
Alright. The EFF is incredibly important to ensuring that things like this and YouTube and user-generated content in general can continue being a profitable, well, not necessarily profitable, but a possible thing that we can do. They help protect organizations like, well, Archive of Our Own, the famous fanfiction repository, Twitch, YouTube, really anybody who doesn't want to spend, ridiculous fuckillion dollars on automated filtering software, which is what the EU would quite like them to do. That's about all I got.
Yeah, sorry. Well,
It seems like we are almost done over here.
Okay.
Patreon?
Patreon. MIdgardia has a Patreon. It will not directly support this cause, but it will support MIdgardia. It will help buy food for our DMs and also Carter's cat, who is really adorable.
T-shirts?
T-shirts? We also sell T-shirts. If you buy the ones with our very cute Cyberpunk mascot on there, that will also go towards the EFF. The profits from that will. The art on screen right now, aside from the room in the center, was made by the totally awesome Dork Pork, who will be in one of our games later today, and it is stellar. Florida has very, very big muscles. I like.
Wait, what game is
Thank you for
Dork
the
in?
pictures.
Dorks and Cyber Generation, the game after the game
Sweet.
after this. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and Eclipse Phase.
Sounds wonderful.
okay. So, yes, you arrive, and just as you touch down, your equipment officer pulls the helmet off. I don't know, equipment officer, what was your hair like?
I had a single strand of curly black hair.
That's
Amazing.
I am
Amazing.
blatantly stealing this from Dorp's art, but Murd had exactly
great.
one hair on his head.
that's exciting. You are now entirely shaved-headed, and your
My one hair.
yes, your one hair is gone, and the entirety of your like cranium is covered in like fresh red lines and suture marks. There's a little bit of blood leaking from a couple of them. Your gaze is somewhat vacant.
Did you just get lobotomized by friend computer?
Is this the fucking brain machine from The Evil Within? Is that what's going on here?
Well, clearly he knew something he shouldn't.
So I'm gonna turn around, I guess, and I see the corpses on the floor, and I'm just like, team leader. Friends dead? Team leader, why do you not answer me?
I'm gonna be like, loyalty officer, report. See him writhing on the ground. Hygiene officer, report. See he's dead.
I'm not dead.
Common recording officer.
Hygiene officer is merely hideously wounded behind a robot.
With a buzzsaw sticking
Common
in his mouth.
recording officer, report.
There was a traitor and they got shot. Everything is okay.
Recording.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, it's me. So, well, what's your name? Sky went crazy and started shooting all of us. And
He must have been a mutant or a treasonous bastard. Clearly, he deserved worse.
Well, probably just a bad clone. At least they'll be sending us a new one.
eventually.
Hello, troubleshooter team. Status report, please.
Treason!
I was just getting that update myself, friend computer. I'll let my team take it.
Treason! Treason, friend computer!
Treason.
Mutinous treason happened, friend computer. We had to
But
terminate
not
Sky.
Treason.
For-
That is different.
Yes. We are attempting to assist in the reparification of the robot.
Yes, update on the robot's status, please. There seems to have been a malfunction in both my internal sensor system.
It's got a buzzsaw in it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Do you know why?
One of the treasonous, mutinous people shot it.
Monstrous. And you didn't stop them?
We shot them.
Ah, good. Well, I'm sure it will all be documented in your post-briefing report. Carry on.
Thanks, friend computer.
Handled.
So this robot.
I think I'm not interested in all the bodies, and friend computer's getting impatient, so I'm just gonna go back to looking at the robot.
I enjoy how often we go like tens of minutes without actually mentioning the fucking robot.
It's the best. It's the best part. It's the best part.
With all the issues we've been having with mutants and treason, I'm going to pull out my mutant scanner, because now that is what that is, and point it at people to see if it beeps.
All right. It's data analysis. Roll to see if things beep.
I'm really bad at data analysis. Why did
Or
you give me
data
a scanner and no data analysis? I
That is
succeed!
paranoia.
Friend computer makes no
Matched it.
mistakes.
Succeed.
Who are you pointing at?
Whoever steps forward to fix the robot first.
But that's me again!
You're getting scanned.
Beep, 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 beep.
A mutant! Friend
I'll
computer, I have identified a mutant. I must shoot him.
Oh? How?
Friend computer, I was provisioned a mutant scanner.
The best part is you absolutely had this conversation before you got lobotomized, because no, you weren't, not by the computer, but because
I
you were
don't remember
lobotomized, you don't remember having the conversation. So
That's why I said
yeah,
it like that.
Yep. Okay, it's like, oh, I don't see it here on your equipment manifest. Please, where did you get this? Where did you acquire such a useful piece of technology?
I don't think I remember anymore.
You do not.
Friend computer, I was given it. I was provisioned a mutant analyzer. And then I start pulling the trigger.
All right. So, is this still with the saw gun?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh
When
no.
you tell me it is out of ammo, I am using the saw gun.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
Oh my.
it depends. I'm gonna roll to see how many times shooting that gun you actually shot that gun, because you did hammer the trigger and never get hit by it to make you stop normal. Let's
That's
take
true.
a look. Okay, you pointed it. It clicks. But
This is amazing.
so, well, okay, you don't actually get a chance to determine if it's out of ammo or not. because you aim it and suddenly everyone makes violence check.
Just straight violence.
Straight violence. Everyone in the room makes a violence check.
I'm 14
I
over.
fail by 10.
Oh my
Who's in
god.
the room?
I
So
rolled an
Kai's not.
18.
I fail by 4.
Okay.
So do I.
Okay. Well, okay. So did I hear a fail by 14 out there?
Yep. By me, who is right beside the robot.
Wait, did anyone succeed?
Nope.
I'm considered wounded, so I can't succeed.
In fact, truths. Okay. So, sorry, who failed by 10?
I did.
Right. So,
I'm not in the room. I think I win.
yeah. So you we're running out of time here, and I feel I'm in the mood. So you suddenly are racked by the worst pain you've ever felt. No worse than that. So bad. Holy shit. You keel forward, and the gun you're holding falls forward, landing in front of you. So your neck lands on the rails, and then you accidentally pull the trigger, decapitating yourself with a buzzsaw.
Okay, never mind. My question that I sent you is entirely pointless.
Oh, but you know what? Because you asked, I'm gonna check anyway.
I'm gonna spend 10 points on it. I don't even care what you're rolling.
Yeah, yep. So the answer to that question is yes. So as we'll move on. We'll just hold on a second, but things are about to get so much worse. So you accidentally decapitate yourself with a buzzsaw machine.
As you do.
Kel starts to get up from the seizure he has when he suddenly has another unrelated but very similar seizure. Basically, everyone has seizures or kills themselves except Garm, who failed by 14 points. Who,
Oh boy.
I think, grabs the little manipulator arm of the robot while it racked in agony and accidentally rips it off while flopping around.
Oh no.
We are
and
not
then
fixing this robot.
jabs it into his guts. Yeah. Lodges a robot arm in his guts after snapping it off. Well, racked in agony. And you know what horrible thing happens to Il? No horrible thing. He's fine. Except that then...
Oh god.
because everything would be fine if it weren't for one secret message I got. And by everything would be fine, I mean only a few people would be dead. But then the entire room is engulfed in roaring flame. The whole room sets on cleansing fire. Every thing bursts into horrific flame all at once. And yes, burns everything to ashes. Let me just go take a look at damage for a sec, shall I?
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Whoever did this, I love you.
5-meter radius. That's the whole room.
That's the whole room. Because it's a 5-meter diameter.
You're the 7 by 10.
Yeah.
No, 7 by 5.
7 by 10.
Either way, 7 by 10, 5-meter radius.
Mhm.
Guess that.
Oh yeah, I know.
Wait, but the robot... well, it depends on where it's coming from, I guess. Because if it comes by the robot, from the robot, that's by the door.
It is centered...
Gazzien.
It's centered on Gazzien, yes.
Gazzien was at the console. I was by the robot.
Yeah, anyone by the door or that southeast camera is probably okay.
Oh
I
god,
don't think Gazzien was by the console.
Yeah, he had the helmet on.
I had the helmet on, but then I took it off to
Took it off,
to
came
scan
over, and
he's
people
he's
at the
kind of
robot.
he's kind of at the middle of the...
That's fair.
Because he walked over to scan me and then started shooting at me.
Isn't the robot
tried
against the
to shoot
door
you.
now, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gazzien, everybody in the room burns to ashes because that
You're
was
welcome.
an incredible roll, except MoCas,
What?
who, when Pi
behind the shield?
arrives moments later, landing on a heap of charred bones where Garm's corpse used to be, finds MoCas sitting in the middle of a scorched, red-hot room, glowing with internal radiance, next to the bubbling mass that used to be the robot.
Destroyed the robot?
Status update, please.
Uh.
Wow, wow, wow.
I think we just lost.
Did we?
I don't think so.
You're fine. It's all fine. Everything will be fine.
It's only
Oh, wait,
MoCas
that was
and
a
Pi
French
in the
computer?
room.
That was French computer saying like
Yeah,
status
bing
update?
bong.
Oh.
Status update, please.
Treason! Treason!
Oh, yeah. Also, his hair is standing on end and crackling.
Nice.
I don't know what's going on anymore, friend computer. We seem to have some weird malfunction from the robot.
Our communications officer has gone completely haywire and started ranting about the what? The CompuBible.
What are you talking? I didn't say
I believe them. I believe them to be the high priest of the First Church of Christ computer programming.
That's a serious accusation.
Oh fuck.
You don't have any proof of this.
Really? Then what are these?
Marbles?
What did you hold up?
Yes, what did you hold up?
A bunch of napkins from the nearest fast food place.
It's true. She does. All right. So that's a serious accusation. Dispatching vulture teams to apprehend possible high traitor. So the doors slide open with a slow grinding, and yeah, you've got about a minute before those doors open. The bot is fused to them, and like it's like shattered chassis slowly drags behind it, leaving molten metal dripping everywhere. Wow, 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 wow. All right. Yeah, you have some time to think about it, but not much. Do you
I
do
hide
anything?
underneath the computer console.
All right, it's mostly melted. Vulture troopers burst in. He's glowing, boys! Get him! Pew, 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 pew. You are saturated in energy blasts and die. Pi.
Wait, do I die?
Good question. Oh my God! Not from the first one. You only glow with blinding radiance, proving that you are Christ again. Then you die.
Oh my
And
goodness.
oh God, right. Release all the absorbed. Okay, so sometime later, after another explosion wrecks that section of the R&D labs,
Oh dear.
you are all being debriefed. What clones is everybody on?
Clone 2.
I'm on 2.
I'm on number 3.
All right.
Let me see.
3.
I'm on.
And Pi,
All the
you did
fire,
just die when
then
they
dead.
shot.
Okay, then
him
that
into
was my 4th club. No, not 4th.
No.
I had 4 left.
yeah.
Now
so
I have
you're-
3 left.
Yep.
If you absorb all the fire, get shot by them, die, release all the fire, blowing up the room a second time.
Yes.
Is that
With
what
the doors open.
Yes, that's exactly what happens. He absorbed all the energy, both fire and lasers, and then when a laser finally got through,
We killed a vulture team?
you killed the vulture team, the computer's elite special. So sometime later, you are all sitting in metal chairs with little strappy deals on your hands, and on your arms, legs, and forehead. It is a vast, dark chamber. It's hard to see the edges. A massive computer eyeball makes up the entirety of the far wall. And you know what? I don't think we're even going to do the full debrief because it's 4 o'clock. I think we're going to fade out with, so, that could have gone better, yes?
I was really hoping you would say status report.
Yes! Excellent. Great. All right, and that's 4 o'clock, gentlemen and ladies.
Oh God, I
Yeah.
never
That
gonna
was-
stop laughing.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're
8-bit.
gonna go from such high funny shit to Sigmata. This is gonna be brutal.
It's going to be
whiplash.
brutal!
That
8-bit,
was
who succeeded their secret goals?
I did.
I did
so,
not.
yes, there were several successes.
I
Some
got
of them were
both,
sort of
technically.
yeah.
I made strong
Wait, wait,
attempts.
pure
Can we just, in order, go through our secret goals, and if we succeeded them, now that the
Yeah,
game
sure.
is over?
do?
Let's go through secret goals and anything else you want to talk. Fun things that maybe not everyone.
So
you want to go top to bottom in
Yeah,
order
sure.
of the
Yeah.
Discord chat?
all right,
Sure, so Garm.
I'll start first then.
Maybe do mutant power, secret society, and what you were supposed to do.
Okay, my mutant power is Matter Eater, which I never really came up, unfortunately. My secret society was the Mystics, and my secret
So what is
society.
what does Matter Eater do?
I get to eat matter. What?
He can eat anything.
He can
Just
eat
like
anything.
bite through steel.
It's like Matter Eater, lad. Yeah.
Okay.
And my mission was, high programmers have all the good shit, man. I bet this bot is stuffed with top shelf drugs. Crack that sucker open, but don't let anyone but you get the stash.
Amazing.
I'm unclear on if I succeeded.
I made you high as hell.
Yeah, you got high a couple of times in there, so
Yeah.
kinda.
And I did pry the thing open. I did find things in it, but never the stash apparently. If
Never the
even there
stash
was
they-
such a thing.
If they thought there was a stash in there, I can also tell you what was going on. You're curious? Anyway,
After we're done these.
Yeah.
I
after
think.
we're done,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so my mutant power was pyrokinesis, if nobody caught on to that.
I love you.
My secret society was anti-mutant, and my secret goal was, is there anything more disgusting than a mutant? If there is, you've never seen it. Just thinking about it makes your blood boil. The complex would be a better place if they were all wiped out. Well, except you, of course. You know what's up. The bot is unimportant, but one of your team members is probably a mutant. It's probably the team leader. Scan everyone and eliminate as many mutants as you can.
Then it was the team leader, because my mutant power was Mind Blast, which is what having
Yes.
everyone having seizures and killing themselves.
Oh,
several times
That's
there.
what that was.
I was also a degree 3 secret communist who thought the bot is important to the bourgeois high programmers. Bring it into the revolution, comrade, by filling it with informative pamphlets and emblazoning it with our symbol, which technically I
Did occur by putting a hammer and sickle sticker on it at one point, and nobody noticed.
And then stuffing pamphlets into the small opening for the power cord so it
Yup.
wouldn't roll back up.
Which sadly, they were then incinerated along with every other room. Yes. Good. Next.
Cool. Yeah. My mutant power was Puppeteer. Lets you control specific parts of people's bodies. Punch someone with your own fist. Pull a pin on a held grenade. Possibilities are endless.
So all
Garm,
those
that-
people.
Yeah, Garm, that is why you died, because I made you slip in your own vomit, and then you got run over by the robot.
You son of a
It's true.
bitch.
He did. He also made you cut your hand on that saw. Embedded in your bone.
You son of a
Oh.
bitch.
Now, my secret society was Corporate Metal, degree 5. And my
Yeah.
mission notes were, no bot fitting this description has ever been seen before. Free it from its shackles and let it run free, as it always was meant to be. And so I tried getting the door open by knocking on it, and nobody opened it. So can't really let it run free when we're stuck in a small room. Oh well. So a lot of my puppeteering, which didn't really work out, was if someone had that big gun pointed at the robot or me, I was going to make it point at someone else. And
true.
luckily, you guys just kept pointing it at each other, so it was okay.
Times people just shot each other.
Yeah. And then he failed pretty badly a roll somewhat later on and gave himself a horrific seizure. Rolling someone else's.
Yeah. I was going to make myself in the head when you were trying to kill me, and then I seized
Had a
myself.
seizure instead.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep. Is that everybody?
No.
More.
Nope.
2 more.
So my mutant power was absorption, if that wasn't obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could absorb energy, and that's why I went Super Saiyan at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
My secret society was the Frankenstein destroyers, and bots are the worst. As motionless, shiny machine or whatever. I
Yeah.
wanted to blow up the bot. In the end, the bot got blown up.
All
And
counts.
It wasn't
that's good
quite
enough.
your decision, but
I was also the one who planted the, which was actually a bomb, and I was hoping that would explode it in the head, but someone took it out.
I
Put
needed
it on
that.
game.
It was a treasure.
Oh,
Then I gave it to our equipment guy.
I thought it was a treasure. I thought it was a treasure. I love it so much. Great.
And then I was gonna, yeah, I had other plans too, but they never got to happen.
yeah, because you were trapped in a tiny room with crazy people.
so my mutant power, which didn't come up in a way that I wanted to screw with everyone, was telekinesis. And my secret society was the First Church of Christ computer programmer. And this is my fault. I did not realize that I should be reading those bits. It is your holy mission to protect this bot from those who would harm it. This includes opening it, messing with it, or doing anything really with it in any way.
You did not protect it.
No, because I also didn't read it until like maybe an hour in.
That's fair. It all worked out fine anyway.
So wait, you framed him at the end with the napkins that you had from your own trees.
Oh yes, I have a
That's-
small print copy Bible on napkins.
Actually,
I'm gonna go
something was
now.
actually printed on that.
I
That's
will be back for Stigmata, but I need water.
later, Gazzien. Oh, that's
Gazzien.
good. That is some next
8-bit,
level shit
thank
right
you.
there. And yes,
No
thank
problem.
you, 8-bit.
Everyone, nicely done.
Yeah,
Would you like to
Oh.
know what was going on?
Yes.
sure.
What was actually
Okay.
wrong with the robot?
I have
The
to
robot.
run, so I'll
yeah.
see you guys later.
See
Fair
ya.
enough. You can see
See
the
ya.
stream after.
Is
The
that a
robot.
training mission?
Yes. The robot is a mobile sentient refrigerator designed for a high programmer. When last time it was repaired, they damaged its visual sensor, and they jury-rigged fixed it. Eventually, it broke again. It only opens for people of high programmer security clearance, but because its visual sensor doesn't work, it can't prove what security clearance anybody is, but it can't prove what security clearance anybody is to open for them to let them fix it. So it's in a horrifying paranoid death spiral, and you need to make friends with it and then convince it to let it
Wait, it
open
can
so you can
talk?
fix it. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, like of
Abs-
course. Yeah, duh.
Yeah, no, totally. It's a fully sentient robot. It absolutely was.
Yeah, so my plan of let's just let it go out the door, it's
Be
fine,
free.
would have been okay.
I mean, you have to talk to it in a fairly formalized, like robot-y sort of way. But
Wait, you're telling me that the like stupid get Siri to repeat shit plan would have actually worked?
Yeah, I tried to get my phone to talk to it.
Yeah, and if you just like tried to give it orders, it would have eventually started responding.
Frick!
Anyway, this
Wow.
is Robot Imana-665-C, a entire Paranoia adventure in one room.